Good morning and welcome to the 1879 Actual Play. I am Brad Decker. I'm the line developer for 1879. I play the character Nigel Fullmore, and we will let everybody go ahead and do their introductions, and we'll do the recap while I get the notices posted.
Hi, I'm Chris. I did a bit of writing for 1879, and I play Weymont, Cromwell the Mage.
Hi, I'm Joel. I do quite a bit of writing for 1879 and some writing for Earthdawn. I'm playing Morgana, Temple Whitworth, the Aristocrat.
I'm Michelle, and I play August, and he's an investigator.
Hi, I'm Drew, and I play Mac, and he is a soldier, a troll soldier.
A trollger.
I'm Lexi. I play River, the Elven Explorer.
I'm Andi, and I'm the storyteller.
Yay!
And apparently, I can't ask Chris to do the recap, even though I think it would be funny. So
Something happened. I'm sure of it.
You mean
In the
something
notes.
happened in game or something happened with your brain?
I mean, it can be two things.
So right now we have two different missions that we can complete. The first one is we are to find a Thomas Green who disappeared during a mission that went sideways. And then we also have a noble that very well is a vampire or werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yep, werewolf. And we have to find his ring before the next full moon, which is, I believe, in 6 days in game.
although if we gave the werewolves wings, that would be wicked. Be pretty cool.
So we should invent Red Bull now.
No, we'll just be defying gravity.
Now that's
It's all
witches.
magic. It's all magic.
That's Waymont's job, right?
Well, if we're looking for witches, we need a duck
And
to weigh
Nigel's.
them against.
A parrot's probably close enough.
Hey, Brad.
Rocks.
I thought Thomas Green.
This parrot is considerably larger than a duck.
Hey, Brad. Empathetic Sense says strain 1, see text, but it doesn't mention anything about it in the text.
Let's see here.
Oh, the empathetic sense one may be taking damage to bond somebody, which thing?
Only heard half of that, but thanks.
Okay, sorry. In Earthdawn, there were rules for using empathic sense to get a longer term bond on somebody by making the strain blood damage, but that doesn't appear to be in the 1879 rules,
Now,
which makes the strain 1C text.
I believe the rule for that one is earlier, and it refers to trying to use it on multiple people. So it's one strain if you're targeting one person, additional strain for each additional target. So like if you're trying to get the empathic sense for like a group.
All right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yes, we have until August 9th, so 6 days till the full moon.
I was not clear in my memory on the who hired us to do what. I do recall that there was
Aristocrat, who is thinking he's a werewolf, hired us via contacting Morgana, and they hired the agency through her
But that side I
to
remember.
investigate that. Yeah.
I don't remember. I thought it was like was it the Knights people told us about the guy who was in the experimental airship.
It was our contact in the Ground Knight, Angela, who asked us to find.
Yeah,
See if
so
the Dormice could find him because they think he's in the Fey realm. It would appear.
Yeah.
I was going to say, specifically asked if you would give the picture to the Dormice so they could find him. Yeah.
So I was
And
not.
they had a child's picture and something else that you used to give to the
There was-
Dormice.
Yeah, there was a picture and his child and a child's picture of Daddy.
I was not clear in my notes on whether our job from the Knights was just to see if the mice could find someone, or whether we were to find someone with the mice as kind of an auxiliary avenue. And
Looking at my notes, I think it was we were to see if we could find him with the mice. But we have then attempted to find them by our own ways because we're thorough.
Technically, what they asked was for you to give the picture to the mice.
Okay, so we are free to help the nobleman who just wants to be on the down low as a werewolf, as a family thing.
Sure. Why not? It's always nice to help other people.
Okay, I didn't have my or I don't say military orders straight, but I just wanted to get that clear so I knew what the priority set was. Thank you.
I believe more specifically, you guys are all at said Aristocrat's house.
Yep.
Well, let me do some questioning.
I think we do some questioning and some tracking and such to see if we can find any sign of somebody sneaking into the grounds to steal the ring or that sort of thing.
And our best tracker is not here.
Yeah, my recollection was Nigel, River, and I went to get some of the background intel on the dude who's missing, and we made arrangements to give the emotionally laden child's drawing to the mice, along with the other information we had, and then we found a note, and then we were headed to this nobleman's place to rejoin the two groups. And then when we get together, that's when it kind of kicks off and you brief us and then we can help you investigate. Is that incorrect?
Yeah, that is my recollection.
All right. I didn't mean to
Yep, you guys are all together.
I didn't mean to overtake the recap, but I wasn't clear on my notes, so thank you.
Hey, the recap's not just for the listeners, it's for us too.
All right,
quite often, and not just for Chris.
Mac, Nigel, and River would show up at the gate of the nobleman's estate, I guess, and ring the bell. And if we're ignored at the gate, we'll just, I guess, hang out. I don't know.
I mean, they'll let you in. If you go to the door, they'll, yes, please, this way, and get you with the others. The guards grandly open the gates and directs you to.
So Mac will turn to August and say, "So, what did you need our help with?"
I'm presuming August is there with the other, with Weymont and Morgana. We need some tracking, please, and none of us three are very good at that.
Searching the grounds for any signs of somebody sneaking in.
River, do you after you like update us on that, do you want to ask some of the rats and household creatures if they saw anything as well?
Yeah, I'll talk to my friends.
Thought I keep forgetting she can do that.
Check the witnesses.
Huh?
I'm not an investigator. I'm just following my own checklist.
Okay, River.
15 animal speak with whatever animals I can find.
Okay.
Little morsels of food to bribe out different animals.
So you get a very big mouse, maybe small rat. It's like, yes, cheese now, please.
Give them some and just be like, hey, have you seen anyone sneaking around and taking a finger hoop?
Spoons in kitchen.
Spoons in kitchen?
Yeah, the lady sells those all the time. Please now, please. Oh, and that one guy,
Which one, guy?
the one that new guy hasn't been back. He didn't take a spoon. Cheese
You
now.
didn't take a... Okay. Give it a little bit more cheese. And have you seen anyone suspicious go into into the big bedroom?
Yeah, new guy.
You guys?
Take the thing.
Okay. Give him more cheese.
Took the thing.
I look up and it's like, so is there a new guy that hasn't come back?
Nope. Cheese now.
Talking to the group.
We can ask. Obviously, the mice might have just assumed that anyone in the house then. So it may have been someone who snuck from outside.
Can
They probably don't get the bulletin of new staff members.
you get a description out of the
Can
rodent?
you describe how he looks? Preemptively giving cheese.
See if you can get a scent.
Puts fake fur on head. Cheese now.
Give more cheese. Fake fur. Okay. Was he
Wearing a wig?
was he tall or short?
All tall.
Tall?
All
Okay.
tall.
All
ALL.
tall. Oh. Okay, all tall.
We all look ginormous mice.
Was he skinny or big? And holding my hands out to.
All big. ALL again.
Okay.
I would like to say that you're talking to something that's not necessarily that bright, and comparatively, all of you are tall and all of you are big. Just saying.
Yeah.
I thought it was a long shot to get a description out of a rodent that was helpful.
Yeah, just yeah. What color was the fake fur?
Dark.
Give it a little
And the
bit more
mouse
cheese.
does this kind of wave in front of his face. Stupid fake fur.
So wave in front of his face.
Yeah. And said it was stupid fake fur.
Disguise.
Oh, thank you. Give it a little bit more cheese, and then let the mouse go.
It runs off. Some woman sees it, screams, starts swiping at it with a broom. Seems normal.
Sorry, did I miss? I didn't. Not sure I understood all of that. River, did you say the mouse said there was someone who stole the finger hoop, who was a new guy?
Yep, a new guy wore fake fur, had a wave in front of his face. It was dark colored. The fake
Had
fur was.
he had like a fake beard and wig kind of thing?
Try explaining a beard and a wig to a mouse.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The inference though is somebody came into the house and had a disguise on of some form and stole the ring.
Yep, that's basically what I got.
Okay,
It's
all right.
solid. It's more information than we had. Thank you, River.
All right, and it was with fake fur, and we already know when the timeline of the theft was.
Yes.
Does it happen during the night when
Yeah,
he
it
was
was.
nightstand or something, right?
I think he was sleeping in it and it disappeared. I think he kept it on and slept in it, or maybe on a nightstand, but it was definitely from his bedroom.
And it
I
happened.
think he wore it while he slept.
Yeah, I think he kept it all the time to prevent the curse.
And you checked astral space for traces of spells or shenanigans or sleep spells or any of that stuff, right?
I will glance towards Weymont. I think we've done some checking, but those traces very long. I am correct in remembering that, aren't I?
Sorry.
How difficult is it for an accomplished thief in 1879 to take a ring off of someone's finger while they're sleeping without enhancement? Is that like really tricky?
It basically would be
I
the
don't know.
same as somebody today trying to do it.
Did you check to see if he had a beverage before he went to bed that was drugged or anything like that?
We had not.
I don't know that it's probably been too long. I don't know that we'd be able to get
Yeah,
traces of
no.
that.
Well, I could ask if he had his like evening scotch or something.
I can have a word. I can, if you give me a moment, if you want to be having a look around the grounds for things, some of us talk to the servants, I can talk to Langsley and get a timeline of the night of the theft, if that would be helpful.
I mean, you guys pretty much already know. He went to bed. He woke up. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
They searched. He had the house searched in case maybe he dropped it before he went to bed and didn't realize it or something like that. And nobody has found it. And at that point, he believes that someone stole it.
And since we now
He
have a
also
mouse,
said that pretty much he pretty much trusted his staff, and there was no one on the staff that he thought would do anything.
and we know that there was a new guy, an outsider with a fake fur who was there at the time the finger hoop disappeared. So that eliminates a whole bunch of internal stuff except as witnesses who might have seen
No,
something.
I think the new guy is just a thief.
That's what I
Yeah.
think too. I agree, but it eliminates a lot of suspects.
It's worth checking if there's been anybody new who then hasn't turned up. But I'd like to think they'd have mentioned, yeah, that would have, they don't appear to be
They would have found
foolish,
that
and
out.
they would have mentioned that a new staff member had vanished, based on how reasonably open and sensible they have been with the information they've given us so far.
I would agree with that. So now we need to go. The mouse didn't mention which way he left with the ring. Is that correct, River?
Correct.
So we need to
Which
check the bedroom and the grounds to see if there's any unusual tracks. Does anyone have expertise in how to break into a house? They could tell us where to look.
said
Sneak into a
didn't
house.
take a spoon.
Don't
They did
think
not take a
so.
spoon.
Yeah, they didn't take a spoon, so I think that they didn't have a key.
There is well, I don't know about that. There's a woman who apparently takes spoons.
There's always a woman who takes spoons. It's not really.
That's the
This is
first
not
thing.
really staff.
So
If
Steph,
you don't have somebody stealing the spoons, surely.
and then there was the new guy in the room who took the ring, who was not seen again.
So I don't think we could use bloodhound. Could maybe get a. Do they have like hunting hounds that could check for unusual scents in the room that River could talk to? Is it that kind of a state?
Sorry, what was the question?
Do they
Does
have?
the estate have? Yeah, sorry, I'll
You can
go
go
for
ahead.
it, Drew. No, it was your idea. You said.
Well, I was wondering if it's the kind of estate that has hunting hounds that could be brought in the room, look for an unusual scent, and talk to River about it.
I guess it could have hunting dogs. I don't know how well they'd be at tracking a person and not like a rabbit or a fox or something.
I don't think he's asking if they can track him. I think they're just asking to have them come and smell and talk to River.
Yeah, River
Sure.
being able to talk to me is a lot more useful.
But the scent information won't be very useful considering none of us can smell it.
No, but it can give us signs of, where did he come from? If something's, tracked on there. Does it smell bad? Does it, it smell like something else? Does he have a scent of woods? Does he have a scent of docks?
Given that it's a potential werewolf
You're not allowed to
thing,
talk.
maybe
You and your
bringing.
D8 sitting in the corner. In the corner. You and your D8s. I have the chat.
Sorry,
I
Andy.
can D8s in the corner. August in the corner. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Sad face.
All right, what were you saying? Sorry.
Given that we're dealing with a potential werewolf case, I don't think bringing dogs onto the premises would be a good idea. They
I
might
thought
get
the
very
dogs were still
confused.
here. So how do we track down this dude with a fake fur beard or wig or something? That's the question. Because we know that from the witness that they took the ring.
Well, we wait to see what I get on my building security roll, and then if there's a place that it looks like he got in, we go and have a shufty around there and see what goes on.
Love it.
See what we can find.
Would be
Yep.
my
All right, August. On your building security, you would say that, quite frankly, the security here is horrendously lax. The doors, I mean, during the daytime, both seem to be unlocked. The servant's door, that's the little side around it, is also unlocked. They don't seem to have. And when you ask people about, well, do they lock the windows at night? Not really. So as far as getting in or out, pretty
Could
darn
be any
easy.
of the windows.
Damn,
Yeah.
did this guy just think that nobody would have the stones to rob him or
They all
something like that?
They all swear that they lock the doors at night, but they don't seem to remember to lock any of the windows or think about it. They've never had any major problems, and in this case, the ring's the only thing that was taken,
Hmm.
which of course, building security or not, would feel very specific unless I just broke in.
Mm.
On the plus side, there are no hidden rooms, there are no weird tunnels or walkways between walls. You rolled really well, so you are sure that there's none of that shenanigan.
Excellent. I'm presuming that there's a window to the main bedroom.
Oh yeah, he's got at least, he's in a corner room, so he's like 3 or 4 windows in the main bedroom. I guess.
I suggest we start having a look at his windows on the inside and the outside then.
Yeah.
See if we can get anything from there and then track backwards. Maybe over the soft, if there's some softer ground or something.
I was thinking flower beds near the walls, that sort of thing, where they're less likely to have been
Yeah,
tidied.
softer ground. Yeah, softer ground.
All right, so are you still in the bedroom, on the ground outside the bedroom? Where are we? What are we doing?
I think starting at the windows, working out.
Yeah, I would suggest if anybody's got like tracking or anything like that, which I'm assuming is going to be River. If River
I
doesn't
got
mind
hunting.
having, cool. If River doesn't mind having a look outside, underneath the windows.
It's a
Okay.
would hunting work for this?
We'll call it adjacent, so sure. Harder, but adjacent. So inside the room, I'm assuming August and somebody else is. What are you guys doing inside the room? Because we're starting inside and going out. Like
I'm gonna
evidence
look.
analysis.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking around the window frames for signs of, if they've used a tool to open them, even though they're not locked, they might still
Right.
be shut. So they might have needed a tool to. So yeah, evidence analysis, I would suggest.
Okay.
Bear with me. I'll let you know if any D8s are involved.
Empathic sense for a sense of guilt. Pretty sure you have to be like talking to them. Are you just going to
Yeah.
go to each of the Drew? Are you just going to go to each of like the staff and be like, "Do you know anything
I'm
about
sorry.
this?"
I should have typed in out of character. I'm just canvassing ideas. I don't have those
Oh.
skills. I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm trying to think of ways we could find clues to get the plot unstuck and move forward. That's all.
Yeah.
So that was a suggestion for the team.
Morgana will use her time talking to the servants, see if there's been anyone, in the days leading up to the robbery, if there's been anyone unusual about, asking questions, even just, asking what it's like to work at the house while they were out at the local, at a local hostelry or that sort of thing. Anything unusual that might sound like somebody casing the joint that they spotted, just because the more leads and little things we get, the better. Which I presume would be a conversation roll for Morgana.
Sure.
It sounds like security was so lax that they could get in and out is no big deal. It's a matter of finding something to link to the thief so we can follow the trail.
Yeah, they're likely to have. But if they're breaking in, they'll have had to sort of case it to work out how bad the security. At which point they may have left traces, been spotted, talked to someone, any of the above. So yeah.
I got my tests
All right.
in the chat as well.
So, August, 22 evidence analysis. You're not really seeing anything, but part of the thing is that you're not really seeing anything. The windows this time of year, probably, you know, maybe they would have been, but there's no tool marks. There's no, like, whoever did this, it's almost as if they knew the window would be unlocked.
Mhm.
Brad, on awareness, you're not seeing anything really else out of place. 13 on astral sight. If something magical was used, it's not leaving any sense of it at this point. So it's nothing that lingers or is still affecting anyone or in character. Continually actually affecting them, so it's not attached anymore. Lady Morgana, what was your conversation? I don't see your. 17. There it goes.
Yeah.
Right. So 17 on the conversation. Here's the couple of things you pick up. Most of these people are fairly loyal.
Yeah.
Did you use empathic sense as well?
I can do, yeah. Bear with me a moment.
Okay.
$17 on empathic sense as well.
The spoon thief is this little lady who's still, she's called the head chef, but she's got like early Alzheimer.
Yeah.
And so they left her on staff because she's just been part of the family really, and she forgets and she puts her teaspoon in her pocket and she walks off with them. They go and they get him out of her room later.
Yeah.
But she is actually walking off with him. She's just, you know, that person who's been with the family forever and you don't mess with, right?
Yeah, completely. And,
Yeah.
as Morgana is slightly of the opinion that, if spoons aren't going missing from a household at some point, there's something weird going on.
So the other thing you get is that, they forget and they leave the windows open all the time. Anybody who's been to the house, overnight pretty much knows that the windows are up and down and nobody ever locks them.
Yep.
Anybody who's been around, overnight would,
any workmen being in, I take people who would, drop it, unusual people sort of dropping in as, workmen or chimney sweeps or something like that.
Nothing in the last week or so, 2 weeks even.
Yeah.
The other one is that everybody knows that he's like the soundest sleeper in the freaking. They literally had a barn fire.
Yeah.
And it took they almost had to bust down his door to wake him up. With all the yelling and screaming, water and this and that and banging on the door. They're like, that man snores and he sleeps like a rock. But again, anybody who's been in the house overnight would know that. I mean, the family all knows that, family, friends all know that. It's darn near a common joke.
So anyone with contact to their social circle who's done a little bit of digging will have had a reasonable chance of digging that up.
Or if they've actually just been to the house. I mean, that would be.
Any visitors from?
Well, hold on. Let's simplify those phrasings. The windows, that's not something people really think or talk about. You'd have to have been in the house. You know what I mean? Stayed overnight at the house to know that they never locked the windows. That's not something that would be talked about. The fact that he is such a sound sleeper, I mean, jokes got out, especially after the barn fire. You know that joke you told about yourself that they had to bang down my door apparently to get me up? Ha ha ha. Right?
Yeah.
If you're in the right social circles, you might know. The fact that the windows aren't necessarily remembered to be shut, locked, that type of thing, you'd have to have been an overnight guest
Yeah.
or family. Weymont. Awareness, again,
Yeah.
nothing seems out of place. It's if this is a burglary, this was a very directed thing. Like they didn't search through his drawers. They didn't, And again, an astral, if there was something being done here astrally, there's no residue of it. There's no strings left. And that's a
You know,
big if.
the weird thing here is that it doesn't even really feel like they spent any time searching for it. They came in, they knew exactly where the ring was, and they left again.
They did, yeah. So it being somebody who knows the family well, possibly political rival.
That would make sense. Or at the very least,
rival.
knows the family's routines really well.
Yeah. And just because you're on differing sides of politics doesn't mean you don't go to dinner parties together and this, that, and the other. So, yeah. Notable rivalries, people would be benefiting from the Earl's son not getting the political appointment that he is up for, because that was one of our likely things they were trying to cause a scandal to cause problem with. Just let me find sequences of the aristocracy. And well, a mere 11, unfortunately, on that.
So, secrets of their aristocracy?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, he flat out said that his son had some rivals in the House of Lords.
Yeah.
As far for him himself, not really, but he's mostly retired from a lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean, his eldest and him have clashed over certain political views, but not anything really outrageous, not anything like warlike. It's just a difference of opinion on how to get to where you want to go and how much compromise needs to happen. It's not something you cancel Thanksgiving dinner over type of thing. There really aren't a lot of rivals. He's pretty middle of the road overall.
Yeah.
Weymont, you may want to try this too. I threw a magic theory trying to come up with potential uses someone could have for the enchantment on the ring, just for
I'll give
possible
that a go.
motives.
Oh, that is
I got a
excellent.
13.
Look, we
One
are
second.
assuming the ring is enchanted, but I could give it a go if you like.
I think it's
So-
enchanted, and
Really quick. One of the points on that was you were specifically told that the son that's in the House of Lords, there's some position he's up for on a
Yeah.
very important committee. So
Yes.
as far as who might benefit, and I'm assuming this is something since Drew's pointing it out, if not that you might have, but you knew that person might benefit because if his son doesn't
Yeah.
get it, the other guy might get it.
Yeah.
It's an important committee. All right. And then as far as magic theory, Brad said you got a 13, and Chris, I'm seeing an 18.
Yeah.
So if it's magical, and there's a thing on it, what you're probably looking at is, and it's not like you have to have people have to be werewolves for, which it may just be that you have to be a werewolf for it to work. And then are there rival werewolf packs? 1 second. Batsy, calm down. No one's messing with Frasier. Chill out. All right. So, if you have to be a werewolf for that to work, then I guess you'd need a rival werewolf clan. If it can work on anybody, I mean, theoretically, let's say you had a loved one who has some sort of schizophrenic thing, it could possibly work on keeping them calm. Maybe like the Ice King and taking the crown off makes him sane. Maybe this ring could make someone else sane or calm. But we're still not outside. I'm getting there, River. I'm getting. I promise. Not forgotten. It's not there. All right. Is that it for the inside? And we're jumping to River on the outside.
Yeah.
It's out.
All right. So River on the outside. There are definitely footprints in the flower bed that's underneath. Pretty sure those are I started to climb up here and I came down here. But outside of the thing, not so sure how good tracking's gonna go. It was somewhat, it wasn't like they were up there longer, they were digging in it. They got up there, they got down, they left. How long you could track the footprints in the grass, I mean, unless the grass was super high, which it's not, that you would have kept this pretty neat.
Measure out the shoes, and so we can get and like how deep they are. That way, and call our investigator to do evidence analysis to tell us the shoe size and weight.
Make a mold.
I'm sorry, that all cut out and I don't know what was said.
Try
again.
Have our lovely elven investigator take a look at the footprints found, see if we can get a shoe size and idea of weight.
Now that, yes, that you could do.
Are they pigeon-toed or hammer-toed, or what's the other?
Heel strikers. That sort of thing.
Heck, maybe even find the cobbler's mark.
That's better.
Not with a roll like that, I can't.
So, but
Roll.
7.
7.
Yeah.
The footprints are definitely a larger size shoe. You suspect it's a guy or a troll, or particularly big-footed female orc, but probably a troll, small female troll, large
Mac,
male.
Mac will
They
be
look
happy.
big enough.
Mac will be happy to make a footprint next to the ones they're investigating, just for comparison.
Smaller than his, so we're back to human or, but probably male or a female troll.
Yeah.
Are there
Probably
any
not a female crow, but
Are there-
you know.
Are there any mentions of visitors who would fit that like size description that have stayed at the house?
I mean, we don't have a weight, height, or anything. We just have it's probably a guy.
It's like my case ship. Yay.
A bigger guy.
I was looking.
Well, no, mostly a bigger female or a guy. There's a female troll, but probably human, male, elf, male.
Okay.
Yeah. So your power supply maybe. But here's, you want the standard power supply.
That's a good idea, August. August wants to make a mold of the footprint with candle wax.
Under the backside.
Hey, Andy, you got a lot of background noise going on.
Yep, 1 second.
Testing my microphone. Testing. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, your sound is fine.
Okay, great. As long as it's not on my end, I'm good. Thank you.
I can hear you fine, so.
So, August suggested making wax molds of the footprints. Easy enough. I don't see where you would have any trouble being able to do that. And yes, it is smaller than Max. River, are you going to ask Drew's out of character question? In character, I guess.
Can I see a path that they would be taking?
You can tell general direction, which seems to be out towards the road. Can you tell an exact whether it was slightly to the left or it's that way-ish?
Check follow the path that seems most likely, and check for areas that have softer ground.
Okay.
Mac will guard River in case there's some booby trap or something along the area, in case it's a trap.
Okay. You think you find a couple of other ones? Are they the exact same? You're not sure? I mean, it's mud and people walk over it, animals go through it. But pretty much it takes you out to the main road.
Sit around, spread little morsels of food, see what animals come up.
Okay. Let's see.
And 15 to talk with. Carefully talk to the bunny and be like, hey, have you seen any large people coming out this way during the middle of the night?
Nope. It just goes back to nibbling on whatever it found.
Yeah. Wrong time of day to be asking about middle of the night.
Sorry, what was that?
Wrong time of day to be asking about the middle of the night.
You're assuming very much in that rabbits maybe don't have object permanence.
I'm imagining River spending a happy day playing peekaboo with rabbits.
I don't know if you're red watership down.
They have deep philosophy and trauma. That's what rabbits have, according to that book.
Trauma.
Well, that's just our generation.
I mean,
The rabbits too. It's a brutal book.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, have you seen how rabbits behave? I believe it.
You've seen the animated version, right?
Yes,
I
but not
tend to
for
more
many
side.
years.
I prefer the gentler, but only just animal politics of the animals of fathering wood myself. But you know,
The Animals of Farm Wood was also pretty brutal.
it was.
I got that book on my bookshelf, actually. I need to reread that as an adult.
I read a number of the sequels, and they get quite nasty.
Yeah, they do.
Fox
If I
Club Bold,
remember.
particularly.
See, this is
So-
back from a time where British literature was on par with Polish literature in the way that it is now.
So back to I'm just puzzling this through. Back to the plot. The only clues we have are we have a missing control ring for a werewolf that was stolen at night from a deep sleeper in a professional enough manner that it indicates there may have been casing the joint, sneaking in, getting the ring, wearing fake fur like a bad wig or beard or whatever, getting in and out under disguise and disappearing with the ring. All of this implies premeditated planning and execution to some degree.
Yeah.
So the only outside thread we have is that the son of the household is up for a position on a committee in the House of Lords, and that there is a rival who will likely gain the position if there is a scandal in the family, such as a event in 6 Nights where there is exposure of the transformation to werewolf in the family that would cause ripples in the noble community, which would sabotage the political process. If the ring is gone to the rival, it may be hidden somewhere. If the ring has gone and been out, like looking to be sold in the market, if the motive is purely political and the ring is just extra loot, the thief maybe took that as their reward for the execution, and it may be on the black market. Otherwise, there's some sort of partnership. Is there something in the connecting the dots that I'm missing here? Does this sound feasible, or is there anything
Yeah.
to add to that?
There's a chance the ring's on the open market, so it's worth looking for it because
Yeah.
it might have been just taken away from them and you can keep the proceeds, or it might have been deliver the ring to us, at which point we need to find some other way of tracking it or follow.
The political trail to the rival family. And then
Yeah,
the
the
only
political trail and possibly the trail of somebody hiring a thief, but that's going to be quite a
and then
complicated trail.
from the political rival side of things, we can then find out if some of that family or group were also guests at the home as part of providing information to their thief tool that they use to execute the crime. Is that incorrect, or is there something I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then we need to leverage noble context. Since we're not making any traction at the site of the theft, we have a reasonable idea of what happened here. Then is the next step in the plot to track down the noble angle and investigate that family and see if we can trace it through that angle, and also through the criminal community to see if there's any magic items such as this ring or any rumors of werewolves and so forth. The only other outside thing I could think of is if there's been murders at Moonfall, that would indicate there's potentially another rival werewolf clan around. But if you have another option to track this
Yeah.
down, I'd love to hear it.
Andy, I looked through the notes. I was just pondering this in the. I was thinking we might find a lot of information on there. The body that was pulled out of the Thames a while back, was that at all close to a full moon?
No,
No, right.
but it was a good ask.
Yeah, I was
Valid.
just going. What things have we had come up? That's the one under that one, because if the people were being torn apart by
Well, look at
by
the
wild
thing
beasts around the full moon, it would have made the papers.
Well, and
Probably.
the only thing you've heard of something being torn up would be
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah. As I said, I was just sort of running back going, okay, things. Yeah. Herrings we have yet to find, red or otherwise.
The body in the river, was that near full moon?
That's that's what I was asking about, and it wasn't. So,
Okay.
because that's the only thing I can remember that we've got that has been specifically tied to something.
so where are we going?
I think we're going to be starting to ask some questions in various levels of society to
All right. Where we
see if we
starting?
can start to there.
Well, I'm gonna roll the dice that Andy hates.
You can be put in a corner too.
What?
All in the corners.
So, streetwise, see if I can find information about auctions with unusual items that aren't above the board.
All right.
August might also be to help with that because I think he's got decent streetwise.
Sorry, I've just been catted. Hang on.
Ah.
Oh, I could get a tick in it as well. I know, right?
Nice.
Step 11. D10. Andy's favourite dice. Plus karma.
Ooh.
Hey, did you know August is an investigator? So take that. Andy's
What? An investigation team having an investigator?
It's just great planning on our part.
South River, you're in a
Great
corner.
thought.
I don't think that ever happened. I don't think that's even a thing, to be honest.
21 on us, streetwise. My D10
All
went
right.
berserk this time.
Between the two of you, you've done phenomenal. You can think of 2 auction houses that have things coming up that one kind of everybody halfway knows that it's not on the up and up. And the other one, real sneaky. They're very careful about it. But yeah, it tends to be very high dollar oddities. Like they won't take it if it's not going to make them good money. But if it's real good money, they might let something slip through that's not quite okay.
I, I guess I should have asked this earlier. You remember that Mouse River? Did it have any? Was there any fur that fell off? The fake fur, the bad wig, beard, whatever it was. Was that an evidence analysis roll back in the ring or in the room?
I don't think anything came up from that. So
Yeah, I didn't ask it at the time, so. And it's not something that River would have thought about.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just trying to get the plot unstuck and moving forward, trying to find a route.
Oh,
Well, they're not really stuck.
no, we
Yeah.
are moving.
Aristocrats to talk
Yeah.
to that they can talk to, and then they have a couple of auction houses they can talk to.
Yeah. What do you want me to roll for gathering gossip in the upper classes?
Which one do you want to try? I'm open.
I would like to try etiquette because that's sort of talking to people and not making waves. Covers a lot of the same grounds as streetwise. But but for
Just with
hoity-toity
a
people.
different group of people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I will say 100% it's how I run it. Yeah,
Well,
just as you go.
especially since
Oh,
you
we're
did
fitting in the
say
rough
that-
areas, roll streetwise. If you're fitting in posh places, do that. And if you're just generally asking around, the
Well,
good
and
news is
again,
that
you have to be careful because he did say
Yeah.
to try to keep this because, I mean, do you want everyone thinking you're a werewolf?
I do not. And I'm sure he doesn't. 24.
Are there D8s involved? Because I'm
There were
banning
no
D8s.
D8s involved. I specifically actually talked myself out of using a D8 for that.
So the rivalry between the son and this other aristocrat for the House of Lords position
Yeah.
is long running. Like this has been going on since they went to the same equivalent of high school type of thing.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for over a decade. And half the time it seems playful, friendly, pranking, and half the time it's meaner.
Yeah.
But they're basically like frenemies.
Yeah.
But it is a long standing issue between the two.
So not so
I mean,
much nasty, but a lot of one-upmanship and being the one to.
yeah. Like neither
I
of them
love that.
has ever gone so far as to like ruin one another's names. And as
Yeah.
closely, and they went to the same schools, they probably could have.
Yeah. So competitive rather than
Truly angry,
rather than
evil.
a
Yeah,
hatred, but
right.
equally a person might not have thought through what revealing this supposed family curse,
Or
the
might not
implications
believe
of
that
it.
it was.
Yeah, it may just be trying to do it to make them look foolish, act weird because of it, and yeah, they're not thinking of the repercussions rather than it being straight malice. That's fine. I'll take some notes of the name and then do as much finding out about that gentleman as possible.
As for him, you want to do a second roll?
Yep. Give me a sec.
Not a problem.
Or would you rather this one was a secret of the Aristocrat?
Whichever you feel like and whatever you need it clicked on. Clicked on.
A 12 on that.
He's almost as on the up and up as this other family. Like they're both solid, fairly. I mean, they're conservative, but they're fairly middle of the ground conservative.
Yeah.
They're just fairly solid. There's been the occasional scandal in both of the families. You know,
Yeah.
somebody's wife ran off, somebody's kid married someone they shouldn't have, someone got into gambling problems. I mean, it's happened. But nothing that goes, oh my gosh, with you.
Is there
Matter of fact, he actually
any?
just recently got engaged.
What's that? The rival recently got engaged.
No, the rival, yeah. Sorry, let me rephrase.
Yeah.
The rival just recently got engaged.
Anything about who he's engaged to? Is that a more underhand family?
Roll it, find out.
Give me a moment. Bear with me a sec. 17.
I don't know that underhand is there definitely will call them a much harsher competitive streak, but
Yeah.
not necessarily underhanded.
But it could be
For
somebody.
go ahead.
That family could be somebody. Could be trying to improve the status of future in-law.
Yeah, and in all truth, she's probably slightly higher up the social ladder than he
Yeah.
is, but not by much. But yes, getting on this committee would help your ranking.
Yeah.
So, where are we headed?
Did someone provide a summary of what this committee is and what they do?
Nothing
It's one of
particular.
the higher ones, like the foreign committee. It's or something to do with international trade, but it's an important committee.
Are they involved at all with what's the thing called that the airship disappeared to going through?
Nope.
Through to the Grove. No.
No.
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
That's rather true. So, are we checking out auction houses? Are we checking out the rival? Where are we headed?
I think auction houses might be the better bet.
Yeah. Because then, if we can, to a certain degree, finding the ring is what we're looking for. So
It's a good box to check. Is there anything with like if a noble was to hire a thief, who would they go to?
I don't think that's anything Mac would know.
Oh no,
I'm not even sure it's anything that like necessarily Morgana would know. I don't see her going out and looking for a thief, so I'm not sure that
thief.
that's something she would know.
No.
Oh,
She
looking at
would
a Mr.
presume
Fagan.
that, she'd presume if you were that thing, you would ask somebody on your staff to do it, and they would ask someone else, who then ask someone who calls themselves Mr. Fagan. You do it all at very arm's reach, or you'd be dealing with, a very dubious, solicitor or something of that sort.
And have
But you,
some sort of broker, whether or not we would know anybody like that is another matter. But
yeah,
I just thought it was a valid question.
yeah, it is not exactly, let us say, something you get taught in finishing school.
And not saying that it's not a valid question, it is. Just we don't know all of that.
Yeah.
So off to the
And,
open houses.
and there may be as many questions as there are democratic houses. They'll all, if they do that sort of thing, they'll all have different ways of doing it.
So, the one that's sketchy-er or the one that's least sketchy? But still occasionally does it.
I mean, why not just go to the most sketchy one?
Okay. That's what you guys want?
I mean, that was a very unilateral decision on my part, but I think someone had to decide something.
Yeah. It's a perfectly good
Yes.
decision.
Mac will be on guard and looking for the guards.
So you guys head out there because August or River knows exactly where it's at. You go up. There are guards. Like, it's actually got some pretty tough looking figures outside all of their doors
Excellent.
because they're an auction house that holds on to things before the auction. And it turns out you don't want people thinking that's an easy place to break into.
It's okay. If we have to
First
fight
get
our way out,
there,
I've
they
got an
basically-
excellent spell for that.
They basically want to know what you're dropping off, who you have an appointment with, that type of stuff before they even let you in the door. So when they ask who your appointment's with, because you're not dropping off anything,
Yeah.
you say who
Let the talky
someone.
people talk.
River, August, you guys are the ones to know about this place. One of you talk.
What would be the equivalent of President we have an appointment with President Jackson.
They're just gonna pull a name out, or is it trying to be like a streetwise? I know that name.
Set up a.
Should-
You know what?
This is a bribe.
Should we case the place
Oh,
a
it's
little
a
bit
bribe.
before
That's
we go
slightly
in?
different.
Oh, I'm really
Okay,
confused.
you know
What's
what?
going on?
All right, we're gonna take a 10-minute brain break.
Thank
Bio
you.
break. You are in front of the sketchier of the two places. There are guards at all of the entrances. When you do go to approach, they want to know what if you're dropping off merchandise, what merchandise, and if you're not there to drop off merchandise, they're going to ask you, "Who are you here to see?" Okay, so
Because
everybody, wake up.
I
If
do
we're going-
have
In
an
10 minutes,
idea
you
here. I was gonna let other people take charge, but I do have an idea.
Yeah, I mean,
But
well,
by the way,
like,
Andy,
for-
I had some downtime still pending from our last round of stuff. I decided I wanted to go and pick up some spells from there from the last where people were doing training and such.
Okay,
Just to make note of that,
cool.
because I got some new tricks that I can do.
that sounds good. Because at this point, I think, other than that, our only option is to act sketchy at this sketchy place and say something like, "Yes, I'm right here to see Monsignor. None of your business."
I mean, bribe was a perfectly valid option too.
I
Just
do
saying.
have bribery. However,
Yeah.
We
as
do
said,
have
I
someone
was a
here who
little
has.
confused as to what on earth was going on because there's just so much going on in the chat right now. It's just too much. My brain's
Yeah,
just
we might
checked
keep
out.
some of the out of character chat and stuff down a little bit and let the characters,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it won't be quite so
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, I said, I don't know what the England equivalent, especially of this time, would be to. I'm here to see
Flip the
Mr.
concierge
Jackson.
a C note.
Yeah.
You should hand them some coins and suggest yes, of course. I'm sure if you check, you'll find it noted.
Yes, were you perhaps looking to say, here, please have these 5 pictures of Queen Victoria?
I don't think we've got printed banknotes of that. So they're more just writing at this point.
No,
I'm
we
not
we
sure.
would have printed banknotes, but they don't have
wait a
pictures on
second.
them.
I know, but the coins do have pictures of Queen Victoria.
Yes,
Yes.
You know.
the coins will.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just, go for a little break and go and study this sack full of pictures of Queen Victoria.
And don't forget Brad's suggestion of casing the place a little.
I mean, that is a really good idea. Like,
Yeah.
walking right up to the place was probably not the best or wisest decision.
I mean, if we can determine the pattern for how they're taking deliveries, like I said, I have an idea.
Then that sounds a much better plan than just walking up and trying to blag our way in.
Because I do have, because like I said, I was picking up spells with the downtime. I have the spell Psychic Apparition, which basically lets me make a mental illusion. So I can give them the illusion that we have a box, a crate, something to haul in.
I'm gonna give you guys 3 more minutes since most of us are still here. That way, if you need
Oh,
to grab a
shit.
drink for a second,
Yeah,
and
I'm
you guys
step
can
away
what
and
you're
go
gonna
mute.
do. I think everyone's just so excited for Fredonia Con in 2 weeks that they're a little squirrely. That's what it is. Totally.
Well, that and we got a lot of books coming down the pipeline. Yeah, Andy, if you didn't hear me mention earlier, I do have the write up for the parrot.
Yes. I think you sent it to me, and I need to get to reading it.
It's in the shared files.
On
So
here?
I can send it to you. I can send it to you direct, but it's on the box account.
Oh, okay. Oh, I probably just saw the email saying something got put in it. Okay. I swear I saw something about it coming by.
Well, here, I'll ping you the link. One sec.
Okay.
Because, like I said, it's going in the creatures book.
I'm excited to see that. I am, however, have 2 rescued papillons on my lap right now. They're a little distracting today.
Yeah, Sunny was over here wanting brushes. There we go. I pinged it to you.
Did you tell the others what the name was decided upon for the breed?
No, I hadn't mentioned it yet.
I think everybody's back.
Yep.
And you have a plan?
A suggestion which Morgana will make would be potentially could we approach with an illusionary object that we are looking for a quick sale on? Would
Why
someone
does
like
it need to
myself
be an
walk?
illusionary object?
That's a fair point.
My thought was make it an enclosed box that's rattling and nasty. Because part of the illusion you can do like auditory sounds and make it sound like there's something alive in there that they don't want to mess with, and just let us in so we get the hell out of their way.
Yeah, let's just get a crate from somewhere and say we've got a Bengal tiger. You probably don't want to open this crate because then you'll get Bengaled.
It's a impossible, inconceivable thing. Well, how big is it? Well, I can't tell. It's kind of hard to measure because of the non-Euclidean geometry.
Let's not go there. But would that work as a talk our way past my suggestion with their looking for a valuation, and then while we're talking about something they can just turn up, then they just decide they don't want to buy our rattly box. We can ask about other items that they have for sale if they know where we could get such an item as a ring of that description.
Is it a squirrel? No, I can
No,
conceive of
I
a
can
squirrel.
conceive of a squirrel. I love that. Yeah.
And August has a backup plan as well.
Yep.
So, you guys are going and doing pretend box, listening. What are we doing? Trying to find out what's on the list?
Let's start out with the pretend box, because that seems like a generally good idea. There might be something in there. They don't know what it is. It could be anything.
Could your illusion make something that's inside the box look more valuable than it actually is?
Oh, like, yeah. You could make it all sparkly and shiny if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the bigger and more complex it is, the harder it is to convince them of it. That's what I was thinking. If it was something enclosed and just, oh, that's gnarly, I don't want to mess with that.
But see, here's the thing, right? We can both do illusions. So we could both do different bits of it if you want.
An antique amulet that sometimes moves on its own accord. We're looking for a quick sale. We're looking to sell it. Once we go in and they look at it and they give us a value for it, we can suggest, in fact, we've been offered a better price than that. Thank them for the time, give them a little bit of money and go away, but also ask if they have anything to sell while we're in there. Because if we walk in going, we've got a delivery, they're going to want to look in the box and see what our delivery is. And our point
Well-
is, we're not trying to break into this place. We're trying to get in so we can talk to them to find out if they've got the ring for sale.
I
If that
don't.
makes sense.
There are two things that Mac is thinking about here. One is what's going to happen if they find out you've tricked them, if they're the kind of people that you're talking
That's why we basically tell them once they give us a valuation, if to sell it, we've been offered a better offer. So we're not handing them something dodgy. We're just getting a second opinion and a price for things.
I'm not disagreeing. And two, why don't you just indicate that we're potential buyers and we want to check out what's for sale? I don't understand.
Because they will have specific times that you can turn up for things to sell.
Yes, they'll also have specific buyers, is the thing.
Yeah. They will turn up and go, they will go. If they're having a sale on that date, you go and look at it on the date of the sale, because that's how auctions work.
Yeah, is your name on the list? Did you make an appointment?
I guess in the underworld, I'm used to you make a. I feel like I'm talking uphill here, but it's like, what's wrong with saying you're a potential client for merchandise they might be selling? You'd like to meet the person and that sort of thing.
So to start with, this is technically a legit auction house.
House.
They just have to allow dodgy stuff in.
Yeah.
And they're right. Most auctions and auction houses, without some sort of major appointment beforehand, even on expensive stuff, you see it the day of. It's actually a way for them to make it. There'll be more people looking at it, so you'll feel like it's more valuable. It's all part of the hype for an auction.
And turning up with something they might want to buy gives them a reason to let us at the door.
And if you
rather
don't
than
look
going
carefully, you might pay more for it than if you looked it over with a lot of time and thought to put.
Yeah.
They want you on the point on the. It drives an excitement which causes people to bet higher than they probably should have.
Yeah.
That's just how auction houses work.
And turning up and going, hi, we're potential buyers, we'd like to buy things, might, if they decide we're reasonable, give us the date of their next auction and an invitation into the door. Turning it with something that they might want to buy to sell at the next auction would give them a reason to come and see it, to let us in and see us today.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So
exit strategy. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just the difference between an auction and a fence, really.
And if it all push comes to shove, and we need to get out, I do have sloth blame, and I have been looking for a chance to use it. It was Jim on the door. It was Jim on the door. He let us in. Sorry.
It was the man in the chicken outfit.
I blame the American government. Whatever, anybody, anything that can distract us. Haven't got Grace Lexi yet. That's a ways off. I might get it earlier, but that's why I try to get up to 5.
Well, nonetheless.
Sounds like you guys have a fabulous plan.
A fabulous and very player character plan. Yes. let's get on with it.
Stop hanging things with our trick lampshades.
All right. So when you go up to the door, who's talking, and what are you saying is in the box?
I'm not saying what's in the box. I'm saying I have an item valuable that will then sometimes rattle on cue. Because you don't show your valuables to the yoinks on the door. You show it to the person who can do it.
That's very
give you the price.
Well, they asked, didn't show, but also don't. We probably need a roll on the spell.
Yeah.
To see if they believe the box.
So, do you want to do this, or should I?
I can go ahead and do it because I need to get my spell casting up anyway. So let's see. So are we grabbing just like an empty box and I'm just putting something in there, or am I just conjuring the box itself, just so I know?
Morgana will magically produce a decent-sized jewelry box by going to a house and emptying one of her decent-sized jewelry.
Fair enough. So then I'm just enchanting the box to look like it has something in it.
And I will leave in
Actually,
a Gordian tacky amulet. This is no problem with losing.
Yeah, that is actually a very good point. Like, you must have like a house full of random knickknacks that we could possibly sell at an auction like this.
And I'm 100% going to choose one that neither me nor my brother care about still being around the house, so we can just get rid of it. Sometimes you have to do this, and you can't always just give them away as gifts. Yeah, something my father picked up in the Crimea that's just weird
just
and
get one of
tacky
those random
and
knickknacks
Southern Russian,
and
Ukrainian.
spin like a random tale about it.
That's
You
my
know,
plan.
one
And if
for
we can have it
family
rattle and move,
problem.
Well, if we're
that adds
doing
to the
that, then
dodgy
why do I
wage.
even need the spell?
To add, even you wanted to use the spell. I liked the spell moving. It being a magical amulet adds to the.
Well, yeah, but like I
Adds to
said,
its value.
my thought was doing the spell so that I could make something, crazy and dangerous.
It could be a crazy dangerous amulet.
But if you've just got something valuable, then
I'm probably not picking something that's got any real value to it. Just, yeah.
I mean, for that
Use it
matter,
for
since I'm
illusion
doing
to-
the illusion, I could just go pick up a rock and make it look like an amulet.
We could, but, I'm thinking, start with amulet and make it look fancier. Easier steps.
However we want to do it, just let me know what I'm doing.
It doesn't
I
even
think
really
we're
have.
overcomplicating it, given that
You
we've got
really
an
are.
amulet.
Like,
We've
get
got
some
an amulet
random
and a
tab
pot.
from your house, shove it in a box. We'll tell them it's like from the King of Sheba or something like that, and we can get in.
That's fine. We can do that. I just want to.
All right, so we take
Nigel
a break.
wants to use his new spell.
We
I
take
was
a
just trying to
break.
help.
We go visit Morgana's house and go raid her knickknacks.
Kiss method.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid. That was an out of character comment, sorry.
It was an out of character comment, but very wise words.
Yes.
I try.
All right, so a box that has a scary sounding creature in it.
Oh.
Right?
No.
Oh, just an amulet. I quite like the idea of an amulet that sometimes moves on its.
No, we've abandoned the creature idea. We're going to Morgana's house, raiding her knickknacks, and finding something that looks like it's valuable.
Okay. You guys do that. You find something that looks like you're valuable. You're back with the thing that looks like it's valuable. Who's walking up with it?
Awesome.
Well, probably someone else can carry it. Morgana will be doing some of the talking with some assistance from her street level contacts. Thanks, August.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just
And
he
I
doesn't
want
do the main bulk of the conversation because social skills on the investigator list are somewhat thin before you get to fifth.
Yeah.
All right, so you walk up.
First impression of the gentleman on the door.
Oh, I've got that.
There are two orcs, and they're bulky looking orcs, like bodybuilder orcs.
Stark. Yeah.
All right, I see one first impression. August, are you doing yours as well?
I am. I'm just checking what.
No, you're fine.
Bear with me a sec.
I didn't.
No, that's all right. Oh dear. Those dice you don't like.
Did you know GMs can rage quit? I just.
Flip over the table and leave.
I have seen one GM rage quit. Not even that recently.
Please don't do that.
Is that really?
Please.
Nuh-uh.
Please don't rage quit, Andy.
I'm not going to rage quit.
I didn't think that you would. Lesser GMs have, mind you.
But now I need to know the story after the game, Chris. I need to.
Sure.
Wow,
I'll tell you.
Very nice one, August. Okay. So they seem like, oh, hi. How can we help you? They seem visibly more relaxed, especially with August. You're almost
Yeah.
thinking that one of them knows August, or at least thinks they know August.
It's the cheap suit, right?
Matter of fact, even calls August Stan. It's been a long time since I saw you, Stan.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What you doing? What you got?
Stuff.
Sorry, August. What was that? Sorry, Stan.
We've
What
got
was
some.
that?
We've got some stuff that we want to sell.
Stan always brings great stuff. Like, he's crazy. He goes all over the place. Comes out with cool stuff. What do you got this time, Stan?
Found some really cool jewelry. I think some of them might be magical.
Oh, neat. Yeah, you should go tell the boss, dude. The other guy's starting to look at him like, wait a minute. Who's Stan? Don't you remember Stan? God, he's dumb as a box of rocks. Go on in, Stan.
Cheers.
And you can actually kind of vividly see as you're walking through, just like the other dude, like, wait, are you sure? I don't think that's. Of course, that's Stan. This little. But you guys get to go in without any problem.
That
It's pretty nice in
seems
here.
that seems suspicious to me. I'm gonna hang in the back when he seems like he recognizes August. I'm gonna toss an astral sight on this guy and see if he's being coerced somehow.
Okay.
Or just dumb.
It's
mean-
entirely possible he's stupid. That I'm not saying that's impossible, but that he's stupid in our favor, that sounds suspicious. Okay, hang on. I lost one of my die.
I mean, it is suspicious. I wouldn't go so far as to astral sight it just now, though, mind you. But go ahead.
I'll hang in the back. I'm not gonna, you do the oogity boogity. All right.
Well, I mean, you can do your astral real quick. No problem.
14.
So, no more bamboozled than any time you guys do weird stuff that makes your lives easier with your own talents that you might or might not be able to throw karma at. He's just one of those people who happens to not pay enough attention. That looks like kind of like whoever's standing. You see no bamboozlement, magically speaking, more than.
Okay, that's fine. Just making sure we're not. I'm making sure we're not going into a trap.
No, I
That's
get that.
fair.
But I think that this is kind of a good point for your character and the fact that. But when you guys do certain things, there is kind of a magical imprint from it. Because out of character, we know that that's kind of like, well, adept's magic, right? So it actually has a magical feel to it, but it's very obviously whatever the heck August did, and not some
Or-
other effect.
True. Or it could just be that this guy is a moron.
Yes.
I'm going with that.
Keep it simple.
I said I am totally on board with the fact that he could be a moron, but that seemed way too goddamn easy, even for
I
using
like
skills.
I like Jules. He doesn't even have a mustache. I should have asked why you had shaved recently. Yeah, that looks like him. That's probably him.
That's the original art picture that was used for August's picture. So,
And frankly, it frightens me to think that there's someone else in London running around that has a group of people with them, with all the other crazy shit that we have going on.
Oh no! They didn't even pretend like they knew any of you guys. Just
I mean, this is 1879. I imagine there are several. You know?
I mean, that's probably true, but
There's got to be several
they can
people
recognize
walking
any of you,
around
they
with
recognize
giant blue
Stan.
birds on their shoulder.
I mean, Stan comes back with crazy stuff. Maybe you're from the
classic
bird.
Stan.
You know.
Classic
I mean, in the
Stan.
case of that one guy, it was a parrot. But you know,
A movie
Well, that's
called
what I have.
Ricky to Nicky. Has John Cena in it. I had not seen it. I ran into it the other night. The entire premise is that these three guys have been lying since they were little kids to get out of trouble. It was Ricky. It was our friend Ricky. And so they made up this whole Ricky thing anytime they wouldn't go away, mischief, all that. They're even using it in their adult life, right? And they hired John Cena's character to pretend to be Ricky Stenicki. And John Cena's character just goes totally into this, legally changes his name to Ricky Stenicki in the whole thing. So, I mean, Stan is obviously Ricky Stenicki. He's a real thing. I'm just saying.
Well, if it's John Cena, how the hell's anybody going to see him?
I know,
He wasn't
right?
playing John Cena.
Anything.
But it's kind of, I thought it was a funny movie. I thought the premise. So, anyhow, so Stan, yeah, but no, it's classic Stan. That's just classic Rick. It's classic Stan. I mean, you remember that one time Stan said he had this thing called a rhino horse? I don't know, rhino something. Classic Stan. So you guys get in. It's pretty posh. I mean, they want wealthy people to think they're safe and that this is something that sells affluent things. You're not in there for very long before some guy with a tea cart comes back to what looks like probably his reception desk. Wait, oh, someone's here? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. We didn't have an appointment for this morning. And starts looking on his desk as if, oh shoot, I screwed up and forgot an appointment.
Diplomacy, which I'd roll partially just in case we needed in the door, 40 to convince them that we'd be let in. It's fine. It's a special sale for evaluation.
Did you say 40?
40, yeah.
So, Chris, tell me about this rage quitting GM again.
You can wait until after the game, and I will let you know in great detail.
All right. Then. So, yeah, I guess they completely. Oh, do I know you? I mean,
no,
they just let you in.
You might know Stan.
They just let you in.
You might know Stan, but no, we're with the. It's. I'm looking for an item that I'm looking for a quick sale on. It may be magical.
Oh, he did seem very confused at the mention of Stan and mumbled something about haven't been here but 6 months. Sorry, not sure. Magic item. One moment, and I will.
Right.
1 moment, and he goes back to apparently check in with somebody.
1 moment. It's time to do a bit of flim flam of my own. May I roll a first impression, please, before I do this?
Absolutely, you can.
Because I would like to roll A, a first impression, and B, an illusion that will become evident in a moment why I'm doing that. Okay, but let me just roll these bones and see what happens. Okay.
You're going to do
So-
something about their magic shenanigans.
I'm about to do some shenanigans. I am about to do some shenanigans. Yes, shenanigans involving D8 and all
Shenanigans,
sorts
good.
of.
Shenanigans.
No, D8 can be done from the table. Okay.
Right. So my first impression score, I got 13 on that.
Okay.
And as for the illusion, I will cast that now using spell casting. I'm going to be casting this out of sight, of course. This is just going to do this quietly.
Hide behind the troll.
Hide behind the troll. Oh my god. Right, so for the illusion, I got a 44. So this is what this is what I'm going to do. I am going to walk up to the man and say, "Greetings, my good fellow. My name is Damien. My name is Damien Thorpe. I am here to be. I'm a mage, you see, and I will produce a card and hand it over to him. And this card is the illusion because it has full and legitimate details on it of who I am playing just now. The reason I'm here is because I have been asked to ascertain the whether or not certain items in your possession are magical, for the purposes of pricing.
So he seemed a little confused at first. So you know the price of the magical item that she
No,
brought,
I do.
or you want
I
to
do
price
not.
the other magical items?
I do not know the price of magical items. No. What I can tell you is whether they are magical and how magical.
Oh, so you're here to certify this magical item?
Correct.
Well, I'll let them. I'll let them know that you're waiting. And he scuttles off, and obviously there's some discussion. Comes back with this tall, elven woman, who's got blonde hair, green eyes, very pale, very thin, very willowy, and she walks up. I hear you have a magical item that's come with credentials. And she kind of raises an eyebrow and looks right at Weymont. Sorry, Damon.
Weymont will give her his best smile. You want me to roll first impression again? I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
As the official seller, I will also roll first impression.
Works.
I will try and blend into the background as much as possible while maintaining that I am
Right.
allegedly Stan.
Exactly what
18.
Stan would do.
18 on the first impression, just so you know.
22.
18.
26 on Morgana's first impression.
All right. What? I'm sorry. What was yours, Joel?
26.
26. Got it. Okay. She seems to be more open and less critical of this as a possibility. All right. Why don't you bring the what type of magical item is it again?
It's an amulet.
It
Bring the
is.
amulet and
Mr. Thorpe knows more of the details than I do, but
Correct. I would assert that it is quite the thaumaturgical marvel, if I may.
and she has you follow her back towards a room. Like it looks like she was going to go into an office, and then kind of like you all are not fitting in her office, and goes off to a little bit bigger room. You can see some items in the room in display cases. None of them look like the ring you're looking for, but obviously they're trying to look at the cool things we have, type of thing. So let's see this amulet you have.
Absolutely. And I will accept the box from August, or whoever's carrying it,
Yeah.
and I will place it on.
I think.
Yeah, I'll place it on the desk. Place it on the desk. Here, you can have a look yourself. I can ascertain that this is certainly a magical item. By the by,
And
you
what's
have my card. If there's any other items you wish me to verify while I'm here, please let me know.
And what was the spell for the illusion? What was the range of it? What did that have to beat to see through it?
Oh, that's Brad. You got to ask for that. He cast that one.
No, I didn't. You were casting the illusion for the card.
Yes, that's right. So the
That
card is.
That was
So
a 44.
there's no illusion on the box.
That was a 44. Yeah.
That was on the
Yeah.
card, not the box. So there's
Correct.
no
Yeah.
illusion on the box.
I was ready to cast one, but it seemed like we were just bringing an amulet. So I told people to let me know what they wanted me to do.
Doesn't need to necessarily be flashy to be magical.
Yeah, just something that makes it look magical at examination. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will go ahead and throw that because I was waiting for the instructions for what we were looking for. Let me.
If it makes you feel better,
Yes.
so am I.
While
Alright, I'm
Weymont is doing the...
I'm assuming a 9 will beat the spell defense of a non-magical amulet.
Yes.
And then that should be
Um,
rank plus
it's never.
will.
Yeah, it was just a way to get in the door that I suggested it was magical. So
Yeah.
Well, if I can convince her that I'm here to verify some of the other items as well, we might be able to see what else it is that they have. Maybe the ring might be
oh,
somewhere.
absolutely. Yeah, makes
And
sense.
that's a 14 on the disbelieve.
Okay. She just kind of looks it over and then looks at Nigel and just raises an eyebrow and just kind of sits there staring for a moment at Nigel.
At Weymont, you mean?
Sorry,
Weymont.
no. At Nigel. Nigel casts the spell on
Oh,
the thing.
okay.
At Nigel. Looks at it really close. Matter of fact, if you were to take a guess, that looked a lot like astrally close. And then raises an eyebrow and stares at Nigel.
Something the matter, good lady.
Sorry, what was that from Weymont?
Something the matter.
Want to tell me why you're trying to make me think that's a magical amulet?
Because, I'm now going to use Sloth Blame, we really want to find out if there's a particular item for sale. I'd really like it.
So you lied your way in here to ask about...
To try and get ahead on the sale. I'd hate to there to be competition for it. 21 on a Sloth Blame roll. To shift it off being suspicious and it just being foolish noblewoman doing foolish things.
And this item you're looking for is... Oh, Bara, hold on, baby.
I will then describe, not 100% accurate. I may change the stone. Or a ring shaped like a wolf's head, holding a stone in its mouth, with potential magical that may be magical. That would just be the perfect thing to go with an outfit I have planned for a costume. If Morgana can come across as a completely insanely flighty young noblewoman, she will.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
Bara,
And an empathic sense to see if she...
To see if she's falling for it. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also just that if you describe something she's got for sale, she may, I may get a flash of recognition.
I think I'll do that empathic sense thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 for my empathic sense.
All right. So 11 for yours and...
Yeah.
May as well
Weymont?
try it. Only got a 6 for mine, but it's still new, so it's going to get there eventually.
All right. On the 11, there's a recognition to the ring, but there is a complete and utter call of bullshit. Actually, technically, hold on. What's your social defense, real quick there, Morgana?
My social defense is 11, and I do have resistance, and I am willing to use.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Because she totally beat the 11. Bara. I can't. Bara. Come on. Come on, Bar. You want to go potty? All right. So what's the resistance you're putting on?
Resist. Give me a moment. I will just take it out.
I popped my empathic in this chat as well, Andy.
I will be back where I can see that in a second.
No worries.
19 on a resist taunt.
Ah, how much does that add to your thing? Or is it that they have
That's
to compete against?
it's like a void blow, but for social skills.
So I have to avoid that
So,
now.
yeah, basically, if they've beaten my social defense, I make the test, and if I beat their roll, if I equal or beat their roll, I bounce the effect.
Boo. All right. And I just have to check August really quick there. August. There's a moment where she doesn't seem to believe Morgana, but then seems to, okay, maybe she's just a silly aristocrat.
Cool.
But you did, August, get a sense of she recognized the what you were describing.
Mm-hmm.
But seems to be very dismissive of you as a, no, I'm not selling you something for a costume piece. Thank you very much. All items at the auction house go on auction 2 days or whatever it is.
Even if said item was stolen?
Well, that gets you an interestingly ambiguous, hard, cold look.
That's fine.
I don't believe you'd be accusing our great auction house of anything illicit. Especially with Harper.
I certainly don't think that you
was
would
such an
be.
item, it would of course be a mistake.
Indeed.
We would never purposefully take in.
But said item we have cause to believe has actually been stolen within the last few days. May we take a look at it, please?
As long as you don't mind some guards, just to be on the safe side.
Absolutely.
And
of
she
course,
will. Sorry, go ahead.
And of course, if it is stolen, we would, to keep matters quiet, we would happily make sure that you are recompensed the cost of the item and a little bit extra for your keeping for safekeeping.
And she'll nod. She will bring in some of what looks like about like the door guards. And they will bring in a box with what seems to be that ring. Right. No. You want to go
Inspect that ring astrally.
All right, you're looking at the ring astrally?
Gotta, yes.
Okay, what do you got?
Let's see. I wish I had my real dice here, but they're all at school.
Andy, while Chris is rolling for Astral
17.
Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, that was quicker than I was expecting.
Nope, it's okay. What were you saying, August?
In the book that he used eidetic memory on, of the family history, is that actually the ring that we're looking for, given that we've not, was there a drawing of the ring?
From everything you read and saw in the book and little bits in that is either the ring or an exact duplicate.
Okay.
Duplicate replica. Words. And what was your total there, Weymont?
17.
17.
That is a weird and unique pattern. It's definitely magical. But it's kind of odd. There's the pattern's something you haven't seen or haven't seen much of, if at all, ever.
Well, that's weird.
And that is definitely
I don't
stolen
think someone's
property.
anything, but weird stuff that's magical, you can always use this other skill.
You mean magic theory?
You could, yes.
I'd be
Now
happy to.
now that I'm guiding you to an idea there.
I mean, I would be happy to roll my best skill at that.
Anything to make the ref happy.
I mean, yeah.
And when you say it's definitely stolen, she looks really hard at you. And you can kind of see this disappointment go across her face. On occasion, things are too good to be true.
I'm gonna put a karma on that magic theory because I can.
And she basically writes down a number and hands it to you, August.
Okay.
27
presuming
on the
it's-
magic.
27.
Yep.
Okay, I'll bounce right back, August.
Okay.
You honestly, it's almost like it's almost as if somebody believed it into being magical. But it's not one person, it's generations of people. But at the same time, it has this feeling that it's new. As if perhaps all that belief just kind of stored up in it, and then when magic got high enough, it turned it on. Which you don't think you've ever
Okay.
seen it before. Not really sure how to work all that one out yet, maybe.
Have to consider that.
And the thing has like 1,000 gold on it.
£1,000.
Sorry, yes, 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure you don't have that on you, but if it's delivered, the ring will be fine here until it is.
I will show Morgana the piece of paper.
That is a fascinating piece of magic. True.
Out of curiosity, is Weymont saying that? So is that to maybe perhaps get Nigel's attention so that Nigel looks as well? Or just because that actually is really neat and weird?
Yeah, well, Weymont is saying that because that's really neat and weird. it's just what he would say upon seeing that.
Nope, that's valid. That's very fair.
Right. Andy,
Yes.
the from what Morgana knows, would the Earl be willing to pay £1,000 to have this all?
Yes. I mean, if it's that and the ruination of his family, well, yes, he would. Which he honestly believes it is.
Yeah.
Weymont will look up at the woman, a sort of gleam in his eye, a mad gleam, and basically say, "Do you can actually perceive? We've established that. Do you know what you have here?"
I have guesses on what it is.
This item. Look at it. Really look at it. Look at the way the patterns are shaped. This
Wait,
item
I've
was
been
not.
seeing it quite a lot lately.
Damien, can we
Yes.
not? I understand you're excited. We have a job to do.
Of course.
She kind of she looks at Weymont and says, "I've looked at it quite a lot since its arrival, and it is fascinating in its uniqueness, somewhat, which is reflected on that sheet of paper. However, I will admit we got it for, I guess, unfortunately, a steal."
I'm
How
afraid
much
so.
did you? How much did you buy it for?
And she nods at the paper.
I'll look at the paper.
It says 1,000 pounds.
That's
So
all
you
we're
purchased-
getting.
Due to its uniqueness.
This isn't just a matter of uniqueness, but anyways, understand.
Morgana will look at her. I would be happy to organize that fee, though I would want to know the identity of the person who sold it to you.
The identity would be a bit more expensive. Whereas there are occasional mistakes. We are discreet, if nothing else.
Well, they have misled you about the provenance of a.
Joel, you cut out on me.
Sorry, they have misled you on the provenance of an item they are selling. I'm pretty sure that is breaking the social contract.
And she smiles. Again, mistakes happen, yet we are a discreet business. August, you're aware of the reputation. Let's be honest, they didn't care if it was stolen. Being caught, it was a mistake. But they still can't go around, They don't need to be known for we sold you out. So you're well aware that this is a bribe issue.
Mm-hmm. Can I use? I was just about to, ask if I could use my bribery skill to see if I could negotiate.
Yes, you can.
A bit more with her.
Since I noticed you got that recently. Ta-da.
I did. It gets me a tick, so that's good.
I was just going to say, you should consider ticking that, but yeah.
Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
I will also spend karma on it because.
Okay, one reminder every 6 weeks. That works out well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Only 9.
That's not bad. Since this is ongoing relatively well and nobody's getting cranky with each other, you could probably offer a couple of hundred for the inconvenience. And you could also possibly use the fact that much like Weymont is, no, but guys, this is weird and neat. And have you looked at this thing? You see that type of interest in this elf in front of you. And you might even be able to use that as part of your negotiation points of the, at least you got to study it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like,
And she can also just recoup her loss from the person that sold her stolen goods.
you could try that, but this does not seem like the type of person who's going to hunt down a thief. Does not feel like that's her MO.
No, but we certainly are.
Which is why we're bribing her to get that identity.
Yeah, so we could come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. Is put it that way.
Clarification: where was the intent to get the ring back, or was the intent to catch the thief and the people behind it?
So
Yes.
the current plan as it stands is we bribe her to get the thief's identity. We then go back to the Earl. He gives us the money. We bring it back and get the ring. We then hunt down the thief on our own time.
Is the thief just a tool of the rival? Or is it
Who knows?
We don't know that.
Who
That's
knows?
why we're asking.
He knows.
Which
He
is why we need
probably
to find him.
he probably does. And Morgana's kind of hoping it's a certain jewelry he met a while. So
Well,
Listen, don't let them naysay you, Mac. If they say, I mean, in all fairness, the thief probably is a tool.
Yeah,
Well,
almost certainly.
Well,
But we won't know until we find him.
Yeah.
I guess my question is, if this is a long-standing rivalry with a back and forth between two nobles who are taking snipes at each other in different
Yep.
ways, which is my understanding of the tactical situation, then you go back to the general with the information and
Yeah.
you say, how do you want to proceed? And then you implement
Well,
the
But we
tactical
don't know
advice.
that information
as-
yet, so we
as far
can't
as I can
even
work
give that
out-
report.
As far as I can work out, we are dickering over price before we then go back to the Earl.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're still, as far as I can work out in my head, we are still in with the woman and some of their security and the ring.
Yes.
I don't know.
And August was working out how much of a bribe was going to be necessary
to get
to
the
get
information.
on top of it and to get the information.
Yeah.
I understand that. If I can complete my sentence, which is my thinking was just find out how much and then go back to the Earl and ask him if he wants to pay 1,000, 1,200, or do something different. That's all I was thinking about. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're at the bribery thing. So you have a couple of different routes you can take with that August for the information.
Mm-hmm.
Which way do you want to go? I don't know if she gets out. I know. Hi, girl. Hi.
It's all right. I'm just trying to put my words together.
Oh no, that's okay. Rescue baby girl was crying. I had them in their crates, and so I'm having someone take her out to see if that's what it is. Still getting very used to, and they're not trained. So I'll give you a second.
So, under the understanding that we wish to keep this all discreet because we wouldn't want a bad reputation to get out, if we gave you, say, £125, would you be willing to give us the name of the person who gave you this dubiously acquired item?
For an additional 200, I'd be willing to give you what I know, which isn't much, but my reputation's at risk if you ever mention it. So,
Understood. I will look towards Morgana. Would that be acceptable?
That would be acceptable. Excuse me one moment. Morgana will duck, put herself out of sight behind Mac, and extract £200 in notes from her knickers. Because you don't walk around with that in your purse, that's just stupid. But she was anticipating having to drop a lot of money
the
on it.
most common theft
Just 1,000.
against women is purse snatching, really.
Yeah.
So it's a very good idea not to keep stuff in your purse.
She carries enough in her purse for normal stuff, but if it's into that amount, she will have the notes tucked underneath her clothing and will spend a moment rummaging, using back for cover, and then hand it over.
Here I thought we weren't into notes yet.
No, banknotes exist. It's just not printed banknotes with like we think of them. They're more notes with lots of writing on the stamp.
Yep.
It's more like a promissory note than
which is Which is essentially all the banknote is. They've just got fancier and fancier design.
Yeah, but if
Right.
you look at a modern banknote in the UK, it says, "I promise to bear the I promise to pay the bearer the sum
Yeah.
of," and whatever it, you know, $5 or whatever. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
£5 sterling and all that sort of thing. So technically speaking, you could walk into a bank and just ask them to give you some silver. But that's
Yes,
what it
but we're not
says. But
gold or silver
Well,
standard.
think of it
But yes,
it's like a
they will
personal note
5.
and not a government note.
anywho,
Back in this time period, you could walk into a bank and hand it over because that's how it worked. But modern day, no. They just hand you a different £5 note. Anyway,
yeah.
Morgana will say, "We'll give you this now as a token of goodwill."
And
We
she'll
will
nod.
We will be back with you with the money for the ring as soon as we can be.
And she'll close the box and have the guards take it away. And
Do I feel that she is actually going to, given I got a good empathic role on her previously, do I think she's actually going to be honest with us,
yes.
Andy?
However, that includes she doesn't know much about him,
Okay,
which she did
thank you.
say.
That's fair.
What
All right, and
codes do we use at the door when we return?
your name will be left at the door.
So we just tell him stands back.
Damien Stanley.
Damien.
Excellent. Yeah.
You want the door guards to put down that Stan is coming back.
Just Damien will be fine, I think.
Yes.
should be fine.
And she will have Damien added to the door guards list, and you guys will be shown out by that little receptionist.
Yep.
Young receptionist, he's not really little. All right. You guys are free from the building,
Yep.
heading to the Earls to get money.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Talking along the way or just heading right there?
I will thank everyone involved because that went. Yeah.
I
Other
think
than
that
handling it,
probably, yeah, I think that probably went as well as it could have done.
without it
Also-
turning into violence.
Also, Nigel, did you see that ring?
No, I did not. You had it.
God, open your eyes, man.
Well, maybe
Nigel,
when we go back and
yeah.
retrieve it.
Nigel, I mean, you could have looked at it. You were in the room. If you had,
You were gushing over it.
and you, Nigel, you would also have noticed that the woman had major interest in it too.
No, I'm just gonna play this that he was gushing over it, and I couldn't even get a look edgewise.
That's fair. Yeah, magic ring hog.
One point Mac will raise while we're traveling to and from. I assume we're in like a cab or something going back and forth.
Yeah.
The concern I have is if this is valuable, unique, and of interest, and they know that there's going to be money coming in, and they know we're going to fetch it, there may be time to set up some sort of ambush or attack from thieves either going after the funds being brought to the auction house or us leaving with the goods, and we should be prepared for that.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have a man of your skills then. But eyes open.
The university's
you guys
research
are-
institutes alone would pay a fortune to look at that.
Yes, I think we need to get it back to its rightful owner.
Yes.
And with that, you are at the Earls. Yay!
Yay.
Much
Montage.
nicer than
Earls.
auction
Got it.
It's usually
Oh,
training
very cool.
montages, but that's cool.
This was a train montage, possibly.
Yeah, it's a train run.
Even Rocky got a montage.
We did. It was just for travel instead of training.
But we always have
Yeah.
to fade out in a montage.
Oh.
But you fade right back in the next scene, so it's fine.
That's okay. Phew. Phew.
Right. Earl's Place, you guys are happily, easily shown in
Yeah.
to an office, the Earl's office, who seems a little anxious and is hopeful you have news.
We have news.
Do
I
we'll
will
get
make
good news and we'll get bad news.
Morgana
Which-
diplomacy roll of 19 to explain the matters in the deal to the Earl, and the whys and wherefores of it.
And that we're going to try and find the thief once we've acquired,
Yes.
I'm presuming.
Yes. Yeah. I won't be mentioning that I paid an extra small part of money for that information.
Yeah.
No,
He'll
but
be
I
happy
was-
to hand over the amount, the pounds, the notes.
Yeah.
That's in his world not a problem. He is very interested in who's behind this. And for the first time ever, you almost see a look that kind of looks wolfish. It does not look pleasant. But yes,
what you're
he would
saying-
pay quite handsomely for that as well.
So what you're saying is that he got that dog in him.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him. You think. And he will go out of the office and come back with the pounds. Takes a little bit. He seems to have gone someplace else. Probably open to say, come back. And you see hefty notes that you could take back with you.
I would like to ask the Earl how aggressively he would like the thief and the people behind that thief pursued.
And he just looks at you, and it is a very predatory look.
I
Let's
see
just
the
say
beast.
I'm willing to pay well for services rendered.
And collateral damage, of course, will be minimized. But I understand. Thank you.
He goes, how would you like someone handled who threatened your family?
Understood.
Because remember, he absolutely 100% believes this whole thing.
The power of belief can't be understated.
Yeah.
So, and with that, you guys are off back there again, I think.
Yes, with eyes open.
Yeah, I would like to be the target in front, and River, I'll give you the nod if you'd take scouting on back. I just am very nervous about delivery and exchange, heightened security procedures. The mages can be on Astral. Let's be sharp people and take the point.
Who
Sure,
do you
let's
want
be
to be
sharp as attack.
Who do you want to be carrying the money?
Whoever. I'm not the people
Just-
whose hands have to be free.
That's fine.
I was gonna say River would have a satchel.
Or we could split it between.
I would say, August, let's have you hold on to the money.
Money. And River carry a satchel.
Oh,
you can-
obvious satchel is obvious.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sure.
Yes, because August actually is the best equipped to describe if we have a fight, August runs like fun.
Was it Weymont who ID'd the pattern before?
Mm-hmm.
You're in charge of verifying the goods on the exchange.
Got it.
You take point. I'll hang in the back and keep an eye out for anything. I'll watch the flank.
And me and August will handle the money and the payment. Seems reasonable. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. I thought best.
River, you hang back with me and snipe, probably.
River is capable in all forms of combat.
Oh, no, absolutely. But I think you're probably... Mac is probably our most imposing physical, just because of his size, and you have the most imposition firearms, I would say.
And you guys haven't seen what Mac can do with that axe.
Yeah. Well, we did see the results of that.
It was, it was more visceral. Yeah, that's the right word at the time. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it is clear that for once, Morgana is definitely acting going, no, this is the sort of stuff we have Mac around for. Let's let Mac set how we do this, because it's clearly his field.
It is true that Mac just straight up bisected a dude.
Yeah.
And made an orphan in one day.
If this can go smoothly, that's awesome. I just
Great.
Let's go.
All right. So, in a very well-oiled type of way, train montage. From your train station to your destination, Mac, I would like some sort of intimidation check, because it sounds like you guys are moving like a little military unit. And with you at the front, I just want to intimidation check.
I would like to. I don't. It's up to you if this would be role playing appropriate, but I would like to use a growl version of battle shout just as intimidation against people that get too close to us when we're going. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. And I have my little ring, and I'm going to be a little
battle
feral.
growl.
Battle growl. I'm going to be a little feral to just match the wolf and the fae and the werewolves. I'm thinking about all that while I growl. So a dice roll using the ring, which I wanted to try out, was so we'll roll that 6, and because this is the first time I'm using it, I'm going to use a karma, which is a D4, I think, in this game.
And you remember it gives you bonus steps.
Okay. Well, that worked out to be a 16, and I've got a 4 I can reroll. The karma thing he was doing, plus 3 becomes 19.
So you notice a few people. You don't know that they look organized like they were sent to you guys, but obviously you guys have something that you're guarding. But they kind of, after kind of hearing that low growl, think twice about actually attempting to pickpocket. You know, for the more observant in the party, August, especially, maybe in River, probably, you see a couple of, they'd have gone after this if not.
Yeah.
Like, you know that look. I remember when I was a street urchin and I robbed people. That's that look there. Probably River, especially.
Just to check, just because it's not, because Morgana's getting this, but I presume sort of more of that interest of going, they look like they've got some, they look worth robbing type look rather than they were here to ambush us.
Yeah, very much robbing, very much opportunity. Like, hey,
yeah.
they look like there's something fancy and important. Perhaps they have something shiny. Maybe not worth that.
Yeah,
No.
I believe it's never a particularly good idea to try and rob someone who can literally pick you up with one hand and then crush you in it.
Don't forget,
especially if he's growling at you when you're within 6 foot. It just hits a point that maybe not today. I know, but it's not time. It's okay. All right.
Yeah, 29 awareness.
Sorry, okay.
29 awareness, keeping an eye out for suspicious activity.
Nothing other than some petty thugs who thought maybes. You guys get back to the auction house?
Mm-hmm.
The one guy wants to know, Stan, why you put the Damon guy's name on here, not yours. Seems weird. I mean, he new to your crew. Why is his name first? That's just dumb, Stan.
So that you get to know him.
Oh. Hi.
Not so dumb. Not so dumb now, is it?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't met him.
You're
There's so many
in.
questions about this guy. But he actually takes his big hand and he shoves it out to shake hands with Damon. And he basically goes, I'm Tom. That's Dan. You're Damon. His hand's still out there, as if to shake.
I'll nudge Weymont, and I'll sort of nudge him with my elbow to respond.
Who's your baby? Was it?
Have we lost Chris?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was mouthful of food.
I'm just still amazed nobody's corrected Tom in the time since we left.
Well, only Tom knows Stan, it turns out.
So we're still just leaving Tom hanging there with his hand out.
Well, I would hope not, because I've nudged Damon in the ribs to, respond to Tom.
Yeah, yes, I'll shake his hand.
Huh? Oh, you drink your water. That's a good boy. Okay, don't growl at dragon. All right. Yeah.
Hopefully,
So and then they let
pleasantries
you in.
concluded.
So they let you in. The other guy still just kind of looks at Tom.
Dude, that's not Stan.
Why am I on the? Why is that my partner? Why am I doing this today? You ever have that coworker that you just like? How'd you even get this job, dude? What?
And if you didn't have that co-worker, it was you.
I'm guessing there's a bit of nepotism going on here.
Harsh, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's normally me.
All right, you guys go in. The receptionist ushers you back basically in the same room and then goes off to get her. And she comes in, and there's a few guards with her who are carrying the box. Have a seat. Can I have something? Can I have someone get tea, refreshments of some sort?
No, I don't think so. I think we'd probably like to make exchange as quickly as possible.
Indeed.
She'll open up the ring box and put it in front of her.
Astral sight, is it the same ring?
It is.
It is legitimate. Very good.
We will produce the money, count it out under the table next to the ring, but so that everything is in everybody's reach. Once you're satisfied that, we will take the box and the ring. And exit, thanking her for a job well done after she's handed us the information.
And she hands you a slip of paper, and on it she wrote the day and approximate time he came in, a general description of he's probably 6'2", 6'3", human, American footballer type of physique. So he's a pretty big guy. She did note sandy brown hair. He had light brown eyes. But she did note a few things like unusually quiet steps. She wrote
No name, though.
She wrote a name, and she basically wrote on there, obviously fake. But he also, however, wrote that she had him followed, but he lost the tail in basically, the tail was lost, and it gives you like a cross section. Because apparently she was quite curious about him as well as the ring. There was something about him that just checked the I have questions, so she had him followed. And that's where the tail lost him. However, there's a couple of things at the bottom that are question marks. And she seems to think that he's from that neighborhood because the tail noticed that several people waved at him. And he seems to know the neighborhood very well because she seems to think her tail is pretty darn good at their job. It's probably not Tom, by the way.
Fine, he's a cousin.
Sorry, what was that, Chris? You woke up for me.
Nothing. Never mind.
No, it broke up. Sorry.
Still not coming through correctly.
Yeah, I just missed what you had said, and I.
No.
All right.
Well. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a basic description of what he looks like. You have a basic neighborhood that she believes he's from. You have a fake name. In the ring. Sorry, in the ring. Very
In the ring.
important.
And I take it by the end information she's not worked with him before.
No. There is something she's not worked with him before, and she just had a generally off feeling about him and the situation. In part, it's why she wasn't quite so. Well, the idiot got himself tracked to here. If you know, she took a risk because the ring of that was of that much interest.
Was the ring wrapped in anything that he handled?
We do not have access to Mystic Pursuit.
No, he basically pulled it out of his pocket.
My thought was that maybe we can give the wolf the scent.
Yeah.
I see August is typing. Hello. Hi. I use you. It's good.
Sorry, it's a long one.
Okay.
People were discussing things, so I thought it was easier to type it.
No, it's okay. All right. Maybe put somewhere else other than ring boxes. What's your? Okay. That's a valid thing. All right. I'm going to take it. You guys leave with the information. Do you take any? What do you do? Where do you go? How do you do it?
I think August's suggestion of one of us taking the ring out of the box and we carry the box like it's the most important thing. Though Forever pretends that satchel's still super important too. Everybody else is carrying hidden clothing.
Yeah, the idea here, I think, is just to take the ring back to the
Yeah.
Earl.
As quickly as damn possible.
Yeah, and I've
But-
got.
but if
full,
we can throw
sense
off-
where it's going.
If we can throw
Sorry,
off people
August?
targeting us trying to rob us, I think the plan, isn't it?
And then-
I don't.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Stop. August 1st.
I also don't quite trust the box that it was given to us in.
Well, and I also think if she uses tails, she's going to be following us back to find out who it was stolen from. So I don't know that we can break that, but I think it's just something we have to warn the Earl about. That just the act of retrieval could have compromised the secret.
It's easy. River takes the box and puts it in hers. She'll break off from the group and go somewhere else.
While somebody else is carrying the ring.
Yep.
Yep.
That works. If assuming that is obviously happy to do that, which I presume you are because you suggested
Yep.
it.
May I, as an option, do you want to go back to the private investigator office as neutral ground to break the tail, and then smuggle it to the Earl?
I think River's plan is probably as complicated as we need to get, and then we're not leading the tail. We're also then not leading the tail to our employers.
Oh, I think
Well,
we are, and we're going to wind up using her as an underworld
I'm
contact.
gonna.
Yeah, I know, but let's not make it easy for her, right?
What I was going to say is it more important that they don't know that you work for a private investigator, or more important that they not know about the Earl?
Rural.
Because I think I'm not saying not
Yeah.
to put the box in River's satchel. I'm just saying that if you are going to be tailed, and she's obviously he is right. She obviously admitted that she employs tails. What's a bigger secret, that you work for a private investigator, or
Well,
that the Earl is your employer?
have we left at this point?
Nope.
No.
Apparently, you guys are making a decision.
Because I can
Well, we
come up with alternates.
Oh, there you go. Alternates it is. What do you got?
So, well, obviously we want to discuss that while we're in earshot of the place.
Yeah.
I will say all of this discussion is happening outside of earshot of the place.
Okay.
Nice plan.
We can always have the parrot fly it back.
I would say that would be hard to follow.
And if we really want to throw it off, we can do illusions of copies of the parrot to fly off in different directions. So if I do one and Weymont does one, that's 3 targets. They won't know which one it is.
Yep.
I'm fine with that. I think we should just
Yeah.
leave the tail back to the private investigator office as part of developing her as a contact. And then we get a confirmation that the goods have been delivered, and then we go to the neighborhood where we start to try to find the thief. You got a bigger
Yeah.
plan, that's great.
That's the plan. 2 illusions, 1 parrot, going to the office, then going to the neighborhood to look for the thief. I got it right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see some illusion rolls.
Alrighty.
I get spell
Okey-dokey.
casting rolls and then blah blah. Technical terminology and things.
Spell casting. Put some karma on this as well, because you got it.
13 on the casting. I'm assuming that should beat an average spell defense.
23
Okay.
on the casting. I think that probably did the same.
That doesn't though. The first that no. All right, sorry, yes. Do you need to know your raises?
I mean, if there are any.
So you had a 13. If I remember right,
Yep.
Nigel. So that's 1 raise, and therefore that's 3 raises, I believe, for Weymont.
That would be.
I think that's how counting works today, by 5s.
We enjoy counting. Yes.
Yep.
I enjoy it most days.
So you're only giving me a raise just to try and get the D10s out of, or the D8s out of the way.
That is exactly how. Wow, how did you know?
So what are we rolling now?
Now you roll the effect to see what they would have to roll against to disbelieve.
All right.
Yes.
And what dice is that?
Rank plus
Is
will
it-
plus whatever your raises were.
All right. Fair
So
enough.
for you, it's 1 plus will plus 3.
Yes.
Which gave you a 2. And they're gonna touch that. I see that, River.
That would be a 14 on the effect.
Give me
Okay.
a second. I need to look at my D12s.
What?
Well, step 14, isn't it?
D12. Mm.
That's 4 better than D8s.
Ooh.
$30.
That's a very convincing parrot.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So off on the train montage. River, you are absolutely sure you're being followed. August, if I understand correctly, the parrot has the real Slim Shady, real parrot has the ring. The
Yeah,
other two
because the
parrots are
illusions
just
can't carry it.
And you guys are headed towards the office, and River is aware that you are being tailed.
So the tail sticks
This
with
is like
us
the
then?
world's smartest parrot, by the way. Just saying.
Well, and River can talk to it, so.
That is also true. Still, I didn't think parrots were this bright, but this is a very bright parrot.
It's a very. I'm looking at those stats. It's a very bright parrot.
It kind of is.
Well, I mean, carrier pigeons know how to do that.
Carrier pigeons, I believe, are usually trained for a specific place. They can't just go anywhere.
Yeah, they fly back home, but we can put a note on its leg.
Well,
this is a smart parrot.
They can go to places that they've been before.
No, the carrier pigeons just go home. Basically, it's how they work.
Yeah, most birds are not smart enough to go to a place. Like, you can train a dog to find a person, but it's very hard to train it without giving command for the rooms. And birds, I don't think, would understand address A, address B. Even if there's two places, they just go home. But this is a smart bird, and it can totally do this. Is River going to do anything about or just leave that be and keep it to herself? Which is also fine. I just want to make sure.
She'll keep it to herself, but because we're already all expecting to be tailed.
That's fairly true. You guys get back to the office.
I feel it's prudent to warn Miss Phoebe about what's going on in case there are repercussions or intrusions. I would not want her caught unaware, and to be careful.
She is very appreciative of that, and we'll keep her eye out. She wouldn't mind a description of who she's keeping an eye out for, and River can easily give a description of the tail.
And they stayed on us after the birds left?
Yep.
What about getting a messenger confirmation or a little letter to the Earl to make sure the delivery was okay?
Miss Phoebe can actually do that for you.
Awesome.
She can send a messenger with a runner.
And the Earl would probably have a phone.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. So she can just call.
Oh, yeah. This day and age, I didn't realize that tech was available. That's awesome. Okay.
It is. It's just not as available as it would be like today.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's just make a
Rich
phone call.
people get it.
Confirm.
But it makes it really easy to remember someone's phone number.
Rich people who aren't that far out. You live in the boonies, you don't get one.
Yeah, they still have to be able to physically run a wire there.
So Miss Phoebe can confirm the delivery, and then we'll leave a little envelope with a what we know about the neighborhood and a artist sketch or description, whatever we have put together, of the gentleman with a note, just the hunt is on, and we can get to it. Our employer is
okay. Yep, that part's easy enough for Miss Phoebe. You guys, do you check to see if the tail is still there before you leave?
Sounds reasonable.
Oh, also check the mirror while we're in the place.
The mirror has nothing changed about it. Morgana knows that there are no tails ever. On cats, on puppies, on teddy bears. Wait, no, cats had tails. She's not sure about teddy bears. River,
Morgana-
they seem to have vanished after you guys went in.
11.
11, you don't see anything. That is true. That darn Mythy lies about these whole dinosaur people thing. We raspberry it. Obviously,
Look, her major source of information about the story is his brother, who's innately unreliable.
Hey!
I have it on good authority that that's true.
This running into the realms of paradox.
So, August, this neighborhood looks a lot like, well, a lot of places you hang out and grew up at.
What are the appropriate bribes for people in this era? Is it like ask the street urchins and share out some bread rolls? I mean, what does one do in these situations?
Pennies, sweets, all reasonable. Sweet buns or something.
Sticky buns.
Gin.
I will do my
Gin.
part and not intimidate any of the local urchins.
I mean, I could go and ask them if you're worried
Yeah.
about intimidating them.
So far, August is not scary to small children.
A bunch of them are probably already orphans, so you're probably fine.
Don't we keep a human around for these sorts of things?
No,
sorry,
Nigel is not our talk. Nigel is not our urchin whisperer.
No, that would be me.
So, are we starting with urchins or with store owner people? Just any adult on the street? What are we looking for?
Let's spread out. We can do more damage that way. I mean, gather more information.
I was gonna say River can talk with the local wildlife.
Yeah.
Just tell me who wants to do what. I'm very
I
open
will
to what
go.
you guys think.
I will go because we're trying to find the thief
The thief.
now, aren't we?
Yeah.
A very skilled thief and stealthy gentleman who probably has good cover. We're going to have to get through some
Yeah.
stuff.
That's fine. I will ask the street urchins, and I will do that by making a streetwise roll.
Sounds reasonable.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Unless it has
What I got?
D8s, you're on -2. Okay.
Oh, yeah, but that still puts me on D8s.
Okay, fine. Stay where you're at. I see how you are. Now you get a +1. Does that get you off D8s?
Yeah, it takes me from 11 to 12.
Sure. Now you have a +1. No D8s for you. Wahahaha.
Sweet. 2d10. Nice. I'll throw a karma in. D6. Joel, do you want to come and have a look at this dice?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Joel. If you do, I can't say it's fake. You sit back down, Joel.
I was already up. Sorry. Yeah.
Joel, you stop being a hater.
I'm not being a hater. I'm
Why are you
facilitating.
against me, Joel? What did I do to you? Where did the bad GM touch you on the character sheet?
I'm pleading the fifth.
Well, my karma dice, my d6 rolled a max. That's why I called him through. So I got 22 on a streetwise check to befriend lovable street starfish.
All right. You actually managed to get a couple of them that are really taking with you, really vibing with you. One's a little boy who's maybe 6-ish, 7, something like that. And one's a slightly older than that girl. And so they're kind of hopping around and they're playing a bit of a game, and you know it's a bit of a game. They're pretending to try to get things out of your pockets, even though they're not actually taking anything, just to see who you catch quickest, type of thing. So it's a game you remember playing when you were learning how to do this.
Yeah.
And then they kind of want to know what you want, because you always want something. When they say you, they probably mean all adults want something.
Well, you're not
And that
wrong.
was being an individual.
Sorry, what was that, Andy?
Part of yours is duly noted with Joel's 14th Street Rise to Assist.
Yep.
Well, you're not wrong. You know how most adults tend to ignore you or worse?
Yeah.
Well, I know what it's like. And I also know that people tend to forget you exist. So you see things.
All the time.
So
Especially the
you
little
see
boy, he's like
things.
all the times. And the girl nods.
So you see things a lot more than the rest of us seem to think
Tucker
that you
kissing
do.
Mr. Smith. Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for someone. If I give you a description, can you tell me if you've seen him around or, you know, what he was doing if you've seen him?
Sure, if we know him.
August will describe.
The boy is not terribly sure, but the girl's like, that's that guy. I told you about that guy. And the guy's like, oh. And you can tell the little boy is not actually totally recalling what she must have said. He's just nodding because that's the correct response.
Absolutely.
He's new to the neighborhood. Lots of people in and out of his place. And it's not
Which
nice, but not giving me a penny yet.
Oh,
And
that's so
I'm
mean.
cute. I deserve a penny.
And I will slip them a couple of pennies. I'll
They
slip them
seem quite
both a
cheerful
couple
with
of
it.
pennies. Yeah.
And the girl leans in, very conspiratorial.
Okay.
Right? A lot of people, and they don't look nice.
Which one's his house?
And she kind of points out that it's kind of an abandoned building that doesn't look in the best shape. And she's like, they hang out in there on the top floor. They don't hang out on the bottom floor because, well, smelly guy. It doesn't take you long to figure out that there's some homeless people living in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I give you a couple more pennies, will you keep an eye on that house for me when I'm not about? Just be very careful, though. Don't do anything silly.
We can keep an eye out.
Excellent.
It's not like he gives me pennies. And they are happy and kind of snatch off with the pennies.
Mm-hmm. I'll give him a couple more pennies.
They're super happy. Like, I mean, they've gotten like 6 pennies apiece. They're pretty stoked.
I know.
It's not a shilling. Jeez.
I'll cross a shilling off
Fortune.
my character sheet. I know.
But they're super happy. Yeah, the building itself seems to be about 3 stories. There seems to be several homeless people in and out of the bottom. And then the top floor seems to be pretty boarded up. And some of those boards look relatively new. And from the inside, usually boarding up happens from the outside.
Yeah. Let me make another building security roll as well.
Is there an equivalent to, like, if it was an Earthbound game, I'd say warrior half magic to look at fortifications? I mean, what is that? How does that work in 1879?
Knowledge building security.
Building security or tactics, if you're looking at it from a military standpoint.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. 7 on building security.
Yeah, I've literally only just popped that in, so no worries.
3 stories. There is a like a ladder that might have been used for like in case of a fire. Not like a true like fire escape type of thing, but like a ladder. But
Mhm.
the windows nearest to it are boarded up. The roof is fairly flat. There might be a way to get in from the roof, and probably is. So that's always a possibility for you.
Are we all around at this point, or was it just me and Morgana?
I think we're all in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe you guys are all in the neighborhood. You were talking to the kids. We
That's
can
cool.
bounce back to anybody else looking for other ways to talk to people and then come back to you. Or we could all just keep together because you already had that information you may not care to bother with anymore since you know where he's at. Or, well, where he will be at some point.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
feel free to bounce out to some of the others, and then we can all
Bounce
try
back
and
together.
find people, and then I'll let them know what I've discovered.
Okay. Anybody else want to do something else before you get back together?
Mac would, once we know the building, I would like to do the walk by case the joint kind of thing.
This is before that, I think.
Yeah, we're not quite there, but he's just declaring that that's what he wants to do when we get there. Anybody else want to do anything else before you're back together with August information?
I think River said she was going to go try to talk to animals in the neighborhood.
River,
Yeah.
you're up.
See if I can get 10 for animal speaking.
There a preference in what you're going to try to get your hands on?
Just whatever animals in the area. Like this is like a stray cat or a dog.
You get a crow.
Oh, they're clever.
That's actually probably one of the better animals you could get for this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
It actually probably is. Random charge, random animal. You got a crow.
Start feeding the crow, and just ask about. Describe the human as best as I can. See if the crow recognizes them.
Okay. He basically, points off to the general direction of what, from a distance, seems to be a boarded up building. Probably, well, not in great shape. Probably should be empty.
see if there's any places that people enter or exit that is not usual.
Well, the guy likes to go in through the roof to avoid the ones on the bottom,
Okay.
or so that they don't
There's
see him. Meh.
It's all good.
The
Have
crew
you seen
seems
him?
uninterested overall. It's like, yeah, there's a dude. He goes in through the roof. That's weird.
Have you seen him lately?
Not today, but been out, been about doing the things.
All right. Well, thank you. And generously give a lot of food that the crow would probably like.
Okay. It grabs a bunch and kind of flies off. Give peanuts. There you go.
I mean,
Sounds
yeah,
like food. Good luck. Good luck with that.
she'd probably
All right.
have peanuts. Good source of protein for an elf.
All right.
It adds in with trail mix.
The crow flies off with its loot of apparently peanuts, and you guys are all back together. And I know that Drew wanted to do a kind of cursory walk around.
Yeah, I'd like to get an idea of entrance and exit points, up to and including how to evacuate the homeless people while the place burns to the ground.
That happens.
That is very specific, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just funny.
I
I
believe the term you're looking for is subtle.
Yes, with a B. Very, very pronounced B.
Subtle.
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 Do we need to make a hat?
Yeah. All right. What are you using to do this cursory look around?
I don't
Just
know.
awareness?
Dangers. I don't know. Like, I don't. He's a soldier. I got like, I'd call it half magic if it was Earthbound, but I don't know how that fits here. You know.
Building security skill.
I don't have that. And just
You
a
have
soldier looking not to get shot in the ass. You know.
Do you have tactics?
Try awareness.
All right, done. Here we go. Where do I roll? Okay.
I do inform you that there is a roof access.
Oh, okay. How do they get up there? Is there like a ladder or something?
And he's
Yep,
6'2",
over
so
there.
he,
Sorry, August, you were saying?
Is there a ladder or something? Yep, it's over there.
Yeah, it goes to the third floor, but it doesn't quite go to the roof. But a taller guy could probably get close enough that he could, if he's strong enough, he could pull himself up.
Yeah. So,
think about it. It's not going to be that
will it
far.
hold a troll or no?
Will the ladder hold a troll? That's a good question. Trolls is heavy.
Troll. I weigh 550 pounds of muscle.
I was
Well,
going to say, trolls is heavy.
I can get us up there if we need to.
Well, my thinking is a thieves organization is going to have a bunch of distract the heroes, hostages to slaughter on the first floor. They're going to have traps on the second floor. They're going to be holed up on the third floor and have ranged weapons and other stuff. And then they're going to have escape routes laid out across the buildings and then down below in the sewers.
This isn't necessarily a thieves' guild as much as the lair of a thief.
It is the lair of a thief who is highly skilled, shows subtlety in his movements as identified by a fence, knows to identify the fence, bring high-end goods for evaluation and sale for the cut, and also to sneak into noble houses without detection.
Just means it's a successful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean there's lots of allies in a whole guild's house. I'm not saying we don't be careful. I'm just saying, let's not assume he has an army in there.
I would rather assume he has taken prudent precautions as a thief might, and be pleasantly surprised by the lack of opposition.
With that, what was your awareness check?
Oh, beg pardon, I got a 10.
So a 10, you see, you're pretty sure 5 or 6 homeless people living on the first floor, which may have been boarded up at some point, but is not so boarded up anymore. Matter of fact, the doors are not really there. Most of the glass is broken, what is there. The second floor is still boarded. The third floor is strangely boarded from the outside and the inside, as if somebody tore off part of the boarding or it didn't quite, and then somebody put boarding on the inside. You see the ladder, it goes from almost the top of the first floor, but not quite. Like you could reach and pull yourself up all the way up. You do not believe it will hold your weight, though.
Okay, understood. And the only information we have on the in and out is from the kids. Bad people or scary people go in and out. They didn't talk about them running like a sex trade ring with a bunch of helpless women in there. There was no feedback along those lines. It was just bad people going in and out.
Yeah.
And how vulnerable are the nearby buildings to fire? I mean, how bad is it?
I mean, it's London. Aren't all buildings touching in London? I'm pretty sure every picture they're all touching in London. Is that right?
Pretty much. There's a couple of outlying neighborhoods all true, but if we're in a London at all, and in a bad neighborhood.
I mean, if it's a row house, then yeah, there's going to be a bunch, but they'll be in a row, and then eventually it will get separated by a street.
But they'll overhang, and there's not going to be actually a lot of distance between it's higher up. So look at the pictures in those. Yeah, some streets, yeah, but reasonable to try and get round over alleyways and so on top, if we want to take a longer route.
And I believe our tactical objective here is to primarily find the hand that wields the blade. So who hired this dude, either through searching the place and finding records he may have left lying around, which would be stupid but possible, or by interrogating him in a way that he reveals the information. We could just truss him up and bring him back to the Earl for interrogation as well if he wants extra legal methods done.
I don't think the Earl's going to want to have his hands dirty on this. That
could
get back to him negatively.
All right. So, but anyway, we want to find out who hired him. We don't have any problem with him being a thief. We just want to find out who hired him. Is that correct or incorrect?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, how about we just arrange a very quote unquote friendly meeting and see if we can persuade him to talk for the right compensation. The Earl has deep pockets. I think he would rather go on with his business after getting his cut from the. He's going to lose in the ring. Maybe we make that up to him and move on.
I suggest we don't say that the Earl has deep pockets.
Yeah, no, we just.
No, I'm thinking
I'm more talking to the group. I'm not talking to the. You're going to handle the negotiation. I'm just kind of sifting it out in my own head.
I'm thinking at this point we do it from an intimidation standpoint first, and then if that doesn't loosen his tongue, then we can try to bribe him.
Yeah.
I think any experienced thief is going to be able to suss out the intimidation side of it. That's going to be their environment that they're used to. We just have to be very, very clear in terms of what I would call firm negotiations. That he was sloppy, got tracked down. Now he needs to pay a little cost of doing business, and that cost is going to be in.
My thought is, we put it into, you've stepped into something deeper than what you were probably anticipating because the ring was magical in nature. So, we can, you don't even necessarily have to tell him that it was the ring. Just you've stolen something that was magical and has brought you to the attention of people in high places. We
Yeah,
can,
sounds
you know,
great.
and then you can have much greater attention brought on you, or you can tell us who hired you, and we can direct that attention elsewhere.
That sounds awesome. So the key thing
Yeah.
is to set up the meet and limit his ways of running away if he senses that it's a conversation that's going to be of an uncomfortable nature. So how do you want to get word to him that we'd like to meet, or do you want to like punch
Oh,
into the lair and meet him there?
I was thinking we get into a break into his lair and meet him there.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him.
Yeah.
Okay. We just wait for him to come back and then pounce on him.
Yeah.
All right, let's set up some traps. So if an acrobatic and athletic fellow like if he's like Mac in that way, he would need to get to that ladder, up the ladder, and in the top of the house. Let's just go and sabotage some rungs so that when he's starting to climb up, it falls to the ground, and then we pounce on his ass at the alley level.
I took from what Joel said that we were going to break into his lair and be sat waiting for him when he gets in.
I think
That is a
I-
bit more intimidating, yes.
I think you'll
I
have
was-
traps inside. We're doing it outside is safer for us.
Yeah, but we
Well,
don't know what route he takes.
Well, if he's going up to the roof, we can just confront him on the roof. That would have the benefit of, one, keeping it off the street where he doesn't really have a place to run, and two, is going to intimidate us because we know where he lives without having to actually go inside.
Nigel, can your illusion and Weymont, can your illusions make us so that you see us? So that we can just appear out of nowhere.
I mean, I could illusion some cover for us,
Yeah,
Or
it's
make
not
it look like an empty
invisibility,
room.
sadly.
but
Well, let's work with the existing cover on the roof. Enhance it with a little illusion in a way that he wouldn't notice the difference, or it wouldn't be that obvious, and then see if we can pounce on him when he comes home.
we're not up
I
to
don't
the
think-
roof yet either, so we do need to get up there and case it. But no, I agree. Yeah, let's see what we're working with first.
All right. Well, I have the climbing skill. I have some rope in my kit. You got a parrot that can scout the thing out. Let's just go.
I also have a levitation spell.
Even better. Well, as long as it's illusionarily covered, so the urchins aren't gossiping about it for the next year. Sounds great. Let's go for it.
Oh yeah, it's an invisible spell. So yeah, basically it just creates an invisible platform we stand on, and it lifts us up.
Oh, they wouldn't talk about that happening on their street.
Well, that's if they see us.
Yeah, but also the urchins don't appear to like the guys. It doesn't matter if they gossip about it after we've done this, as long as they don't tell him that we've levitated to the roof.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not gonna. It's all good. If the ladder won't hold me, if one of you could take that, the ladder will hold. We'll take the roof to the top. I will use that to split my weight and get to the top, or we can levitate up as long as you can cover it. If you tell me you can cover it, great.
It's only a little ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Matt
Looks like
goes
there's
up the
only a little-
ladder last.
I think Matt can't go up the ladder at all.
Oh, okay.
Was I think the findings.
We'll call
Oh,
it very
good.
risky for max 500 plus pounds to go up the ladder.
Yeah,
It's not OSHA certified for that.
my levitation spell is based off of my rank, which means I can hold 800 pounds.
So you have to do it in shifts.
If I
will
levitate everyone,
use-
unless somebody,
I will
the
use
people
the
who aren't
ladder.
500 pounds don't go up they can climb the ladder.
Or I make it look like I'm climbing the ladder while I'm actually being levitated, and I scoot up the side like Spider-Man. I'm good with any of these.
There you
This
go.
is
I kind of want to see your role for faking climbing a ladder while being on a levitation.
Do you
Why?
have
I'm
act-
in for this. Let's make that happen.
do
I
you
am
have
climbing-
the acting skill?
Acting,
climbing.
mime,
Would you like me to roll
the mime.
climbing?
Oh,
Is it-
you're gonna
Charisma
roll
based
climbing?
climb.
You want a climbing test, Andy? Is that what I heard? Like to make it go through the motions while I'm being grabbed by my shorts and dragged up the side of the building?
Because apparently
you
you
go.
don't have action.
There
It'll
you
be
go.
fine.
I put the gift in the chat.
Yeah, I know. That's good. That's very good, Brad.
Yeah, that's about max acting level too, so it's perfect. All right, so you wanted a climbing roll to see if I can go through the motions? Is that- All right, we'll do that. Do. Come on, dice. What are we doing here? Andy, the D8 rolled an 8. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha
And
ha.
the D8 rolled another 8.
I thought I already threatened to rage quit twice today. What are we doing?
I'm still gonna get to that. Just wait
A
for it.
16, 8, 16, and a 2 and a 1. So that makes 19. That's my acting roll for acting like I'm climbing the ladder while I'm being levitated or whatever the hell that was.
All right. And the rest of you are climbing
Using the
and or
ladder?
Climb the damn ladder.
Climbing.
It's a ladder.
wait, hold on. We have to do the levitation spells in case he like crashes and you fall halfway or something.
That's all good. I'm athletic. I can deal.
I was
What
gonna
does
say
that mean?
River
Well,
just got
basically,
a
I just have to get the
16.
spell effect off.
Yeah. If you
River
don't, it
got
just
a
looks like you're standing there weird. What was River's roll?
16 to climb, not using the ladder. She's just gonna like
Why
chimney
is everybody so
climb and
scared of this ladder? It's a
monkey?
ladder. Just go back.
That's not scared. That's showing off.
Instead of jumping around pretending she's a spider monkey. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
and
got
she'll go up onto the other side roof. So
It
she
should be all like,
has an over.
ladders are for losers. Don't be yelling that down. That's not nice, River.
I got a 21 on the spell casting. I don't think anybody's mystic defense is higher than that.
Hella dumb is what this is.
It's a ladder. I will use the ladder.
Yes. Yes, please.
It's apparently a scary ladder.
Apparently,
Apparently.
Morgana,
not to
you have a
August. He's just
little
gonna,
trouble.
The main
I was
reason
just-
I'm doing the levitate spell is just to lift Mac. That's
Oh
all.
no!
That's all I'm doing. I don't know what the hell the rest of y'all are up to.
No,
Morgana,
you know what?
you have a
Hey.
little trouble. You're fine on the ladder. You have a little
Yeah.
trouble at the top of the ladder getting up and over onto the roof. But
I will
believe
probably.
that Mac was up there first, so you could
Yeah,
probably get the top.
I was going to wait till Mac was up there.
Fine. Do I see any threats at the top of the building that can harm the party?
No.
All right. I
So
go to
rude.
Other
whatever
than it
cover is
looks like
available
parts of
and
this
wait.
could cave.
And
And
I
you
put a
should be
gift
very
in.
delicate.
I put a little video in on how parties all approach and it's waste time opening doors because I thought it was appropriate. So your mileage may vary.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
It's not that the ladder's scary. She wanted to be on the other building.
No, you wanted to be extra is what you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a
Yeah.
spider monkey. Quit complaining. You're a spider monkey. It's fine. People
Are-
like spider monkeys.
Are
By
you
the way,
calling
this
me a
levitate
Skywalker?
spell lasts for 40 minutes.
Oh. And Drew just kept going like those balloons and up. Oh,
Nice.
no. All right, there's nothing up there. Drew, do you help
Yes.
her over? I'm sure you do.
Yes. Yes.
And
I'm the kind of dude that would make sure she's got a rope right next to her and I'm ready to haul her up. And we'll have one of those moments where the giant troll arms wrap around the person and set them gently on the roof.
all right. So we will end with everybody's on the roof except River, who's on the other roof. And that Drew has been duly warned that he should be careful on the roof because it does not look like it's in great shape and he's big.
I am duly
And
warned.
the next game is during FreedoniaCon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And we will start out with you people on a roof, except for River, who's
Woohoo.
Spider Monkey on the other roof.
So just to be clear, we're going to be broadcasting live from FredoniaCon on the 23rd. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
What
You guys,
do we
you
know?
guys-
What time? Is it the same time?
That time,
Yes.
same that place.
I would like to say as a personal thing, people are showing up like somewhere between 8 and 8:30. If we're going to do this at a con table where people are turning in, could we actually play at 8 o'clock rather than the drift in?
Well, it'll be easier for us to drift in earlier
Yeah.
if it's during the con. So
I mean,
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
cool
we're
with
like
that.
the first thing up that day anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it's like an advertising thing for the game and the mechanics and presentation, it'd be good to actually, like, if people actually get up, make the effort to get up and listen in and tune in, they're going to be listening at 8 o'clock. That's all.
Well, I mean, we always do our table talk beforehand anyway, and that's all part of it. So they just get to tune in for that section.
Yep.
Right. So here's my opinion. One, we run this exactly like a table. And sometimes that means the table has to catch up a little bit. Two, clearing up mechanics. None of that would have been necessarily bad talk for people listening to the game. Yes,
Yeah,
we
great.
openly
Yep.
admit that there are some things and that we're working on them and that there is plans for second edition. So I think that everybody being on time and hopefully we corral that to 20-ish minutes tops would be peachy.
Mhm.
But I don't think that pretending that that doesn't happen is going to work.
Yeah, I wasn't going
Realism.
the on time thing. That sounds great. Okay. All right, I'm
All
going to
right.
get back to house guests, folks. Thanks so much for the game today. Oh, wait, you're not.
You get to do
Okay.
IPs.
Oh, sure. What, 400, 500? What do you guys want?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
just give us
please. Thank you.
10,000. That'd be great. So,
Yeah, you still got 9 to spend,
500,
Chris.
except for
I know
Weymont,
that.
except for Weymont, who gets an extra 100 and has a letter waiting for him in the nearby future. Don't let me forget.
Me? Why?
Well, I'm not telling you why. I'm just telling you don't forget to remind
Oh,
me.
you made an impression with that woman, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How much experience was it?
500 is apparently what they decided. Weymont has an extra 100 and a letter due to him at some point.
Thank you.
It'll be
Okay.
good.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Again.
Mm.
So now I have about 10,500 AP to spend. I should well, I
We
mean,
should try that someday.
actually, it's only 1,600. I wasn't counting the AP I've already spent. I have 10,500 total AP.
No, I think it's the last doc had what was it? 14,000 it's at 14,900 without individual bonuses. According to the Google Doc.
That's what we got.
It's what, sorry? According to the Google Doc?
14,400.
900
It's now 14,900 with today's fight.
Okay, 14,900.
plus 100.
Yeah.
You.
Plus 100 for being a good boy.
Yes.
Or a bad boy. One of the two.
Yes. I think it's just because you're Scotch.
I mean, that helps.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's in fact 15,000. Exactly. Exactly
Yeah.
15,000.
For you, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Given me.
I would suggest that you have a look at the Google Doc to check that you've not missed any other bonus AP for yourself.
Well, given that he was missing 6 skills, I'd say it's probably safe to say he's missing something.
Hence why
Actually,
I suggest
no,
you go and have a look.
I have actually been thinking about this, and I don't think I've ever gotten any other bonus except for that 100 there.
That can't be true.
I am fairly certain it is.
Anyway, let me go ahead and I'll sign off the stream. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks for FredoniaCon.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Everybody.